Hey,
Hello, how are you?
doing okay. Loki says hi. Loki, say hi. Say hi.
Oh, what a cute boy.
We are still recovering from the trauma today because it was a bad, bad day for
So
cats.
Nikki and Reed came over.
Yeah, we did brunch. And so they brought Avery and Cecily. And Avery, to her credit, was actually very good with the cats. She just wanted to see them all the time though. So she kept chasing them around the room.
Oh,
But whenever she would pet them, she was very sweet. She didn't do anything like
good.
mean. But it was Loki and Darius immediately were like, no, I don't think so. Nope, we are leaving. This is not something we want to be involved with. And then Loki all day has just been like, protect me.
I think, oh, poor
They're so dumb.
guy. Today was Charlotte's second birthday party.
Oh no.
Oh, like this morning, I was out at the park with the baby.
No.
A couple of us were.
That's really cute.
And there were a bunch of other babies there who were like 2 or 3, and it's really funny because it shows like what a good toddler Charlotte is. This one baby came into Riley and Ellis's house, and she was just she's like the same age as Charlotte, but she seemed like to be like 6 inches taller. Like it was like a human to a half orc sort of like ratio. She was just like powerful, like a powerful little baby chip, grabbing things and shoving them in her mouth.
No.
Whenever her mom, like she'd go up and grab a handful of whatever's on the table, and whenever her mom would take it away from her, she'd immediately just start screaming. And I was like, "Oh, okay, Charlotte is a good baby. Like some babies are bad." I mean, she was very cute, and but I'm sure I bet she's a lot more tiring than Charlotte.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just a matter of like certain like kids are just more of a struggle. Hey Channing,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
I'm
Oh.
stalking 3 spells now.
What?
Oh.
I know. Although I've only had cause to only use one so far.
And it didn't work, but that's okay.
I've used Cure
fine.
Wounds.
Oh, that's true. You did use Cure Wounds.
Every
That's
time
okay.
I pulled
feel like every
out.
time I try to attack with a spell, it just like I whiff it totally.
Exactly. I can't get past the D20 roll.
Yeah, or it'll be like one of those ones where they have to make a save and they like easily beat it.
I think I read at the lower level that if you're playing a spellcaster, basically at the lower level, spellcasters are kind of like more
Bad.
useless.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not very good. They're very delicate. And that's been my experience for sure, that it's like,
Yeah.
I should be much more powerful than I am.
Yeah, you're very squishy and you don't have a lot of spells.
Yeah. Well,
but like by the time you get to be like higher levels, they become these like weird glass cannons where like, if you like touch them, they die. But as long as they're far away,
I feel
they're,
like that's
doing
where
like
I am right now.
8d6.
Like if you touch me, I die.
Yeah. Oh my god. Cecily, again?
Where?
That's Cecily over there.
I don't see Cecily.
You see it?
She's
hiding in the
the
back.
red hair.
Oh.
Right there. There. Did you see her?
Just wait.
There,
Apparently she's
she
a stealth child.
No.
Hi.
Found her.
Hi.
I meant to tell you, it's like 60 something degrees up. Are you not
Oh,
cold?
it's actually very pleasant outside right now.
No.
It's a beautiful day in a neighborhood.
It will be a beautiful day tomorrow when it's 70.
Everyone is as cold as you are all the time.
What?
I wore shorts out today.
You
That was
did?
Epson.
Yeah.
No, there's no
Oh
Oh my
way.
god, is that Kate?
That's Kate.
Oh.
Hi, Kate.
She's in the village of far, far away.
Yes, this is Atlanta. Look at all of the sin. Okay, so no one is technically sitting in here right now, but
Did it
You
work?
can print now.
Which printer?
You could, like,
Well, the
really
one
easy.
that'll have something on it when you print.
yeah, I could.
Now you may
sit
have to
whenever
close
I
your browser and
want.
open it back up for it to see that.
Be like, no problem. Really, really easy.
So this time I have a new webcam stand, so you won't be looking down on me and I'll look asleep the whole time. Let's see.
Oh, I'm
Instead
not
you
that
get to look up
fancy.
my nose. Is that an improvement?
No.
So, Kate, I'm gonna send the thing. This is sorry, guys. This is not related to D&D, but for the wedding, I was talking to Nikki about the makeup stuff today. And seriously, nobody needs to do it. I do not care.
Do you, well, no, here's the only thing is if somebody other than you is getting professional makeup, then I think that we should all do it.
I mean,
If it's just
Mom-
you,
Mom and Jody said they want to do it.
I think that I'm gonna look really shitty if everyone has professional makeup and I don't.
I mean, it's whatever. Like he said, she doesn't want to do it, which is totally fine. Like I don't
Okay.
care. It really does not matter to me.
Okay.
Like it was one of those things that just I keep getting a lot of pressure from vendors, but
I got
so I'm like, oh, I should ask, but I do not care.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's your wedding. You have to splurge on stupid stuff like makeup
I mean, like
and
some people,
hair.
like look, I'm doing it because I'm having a bunch of very expensive pictures taken. So it's like
I know, well, that's the
But
thing
you
is,
can Photoshop all that stuff in. You don't actually need.
that's not how
I don't
Photoshop
think
works at all.
that's not how it works. Also, I was just at a
You're right.
wedding
I think
where we had
actually you're
makeup
supposed
done.
to use MS Paint for that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I was just at a wedding where I had makeup done, and I was like, "Oh man, I actually look like a human and not like a garage troll." So
Okay,
it was like
I would postulate, and maybe I'm just biased, but I would postulate
that I always look like a garage troll.
that just regularly you don't look like a garage troll.
No, that's mistaken. That's a bad assessment.
That's my estimation, is that regularly you just look like a lady. But I don't
Who
know.
lives in her garage? Probably eats children. Anyways, okay, like I said, no pressure. I'm just gonna send the thing.
If
Come into
you
the
are
meeting.
someone that lives in a garage and eats children, then my radar for protecting my children is really, really bad.
I mean, I do have
Because
a
we came
garage.
and hung out with you like all day, and I got no indication that you were going to eat them.
So I didn't say that I
Because
was.
What?
your children specifically don't look tasty.
That's a
It
good
means
point.
you put paper in. Oh my lord!
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey, how's it going,
Hi.
Regina?
Good, good. Making bread pudding with my leftover bread.
Ooh, that sounds good. Was it homemade bread?
Yep.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I don't know what I'm
Pick my
gonna do with
archetype.
it when I make it. I can't possibly eat a whole pile of bread pudding.
I mean, if you try hard and believe in yourself.
Will you try some, Channing?
I picked my archetype based on our previous experiences. At level 3, I get to choose. So I was always going to go with the hunter type, and I'm going to be a horde breaker, so we don't get swarmed again.
Oh.
Ooh.
I dare those centipedes to come for us again.
Hey,
Now
look,
watch,
as long
we're
as
gonna
we
get
can
swarmed by something.
convince Leon to not open things without asking us.
You know what?
You're
Horde
it's
breakers
gonna
is
be a very
classy.
convincing argument.
Because I know Abby is very afraid of swarms. Abby doesn't
I
like
am. That is actually true. I do hate
Sounds like Abby's got a good noggin on her.
Well,
shoulder.
the thing is, I like insects. Like most insects, I'm actually a huge fan of. I think they're very cute. But ants, like swarms of ants, I can't do it. It's
The tenacious little buggers, literally.
yeah, they just like move together. I don't like it when they
Move
act like one
together
organism.
and
I don't know.
Isn't that the part of the definition of a swarm?
Yeah,
Synchronized flying.
Synchronized swimming if you throw them into the water.
Good thing to do with ants. I'm for it.
All right, who do we have? All right, we have Countdown, Humphrey, Barman, Lacey. Look at that. We're doing great. Okay. We're missing the other DM for now. She will join us at some point. We're not sure when.
oh no.
Avery has a new bedroom. So we'll see if
Boy.
she goes to sleep nicely or if I find her in our bedroom when I go back upstairs later. Could go either way. So move to the correct tab. That was not the correct tab. Move to a more correct tab. All right. So last time we are on episode 9.
Oh no, so Zeta just said her iPad is dead.
Oh, no, that's just, I meant to send that just to Leon because I have my iPad.
Oh,
I'll go
Sorry,
get the
I didn't mean to send that to everyone.
Let me
Is
get
that
the
where your notes for the performance tonight are? That's important.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a charger. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So Kate will be providing the recap this time, if my notes are correct. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into that, who will be taking notes this time, Barman?
That's a great question. Who will be taking notes this time?
It's you. You're gonna do it.
Is it me?
Yes.
I think it's fair. I mean, everyone else had a turn, right? Kate's
people
had
had
a
two
couple of turns. Yeah. Well, we'll have Doug try it if you're all right with that, sir.
I don't suppose I have much of a choice, do I?
Sure you
Nope.
do, but we
Nope.
record it. So if you'd like, I can send you a link and you can take notes after the fact. It'll be beautiful.
That seems like even more work.
It is. It is. It really is. And I can't get it in a podcast format or anything. So you'd have to watch it on YouTube or something like that. So last episode 8, the floor is zombie lava.
and
Kate,
also
take it
daddy
away.
issues.
And also daddy issues. Yes.
Okay, so last time we walked into Coney Berry and we discovered wild animals, but they were fucked up, but they weren't undead. And then we realized that it was basically like a ghost town. We were worried that there might be something wrong with the water. Barman detected undead and the floor was zombie lava. We went to bed and we chased out a little guy to go to bed in a little house. And then everyone had fucked up dreams. Huntford was just like angry and resentful. Barman was reminded of a childhood memory of coming out and not finding anyone at home. Leaf remembered his parents dying and he was like, LOL. And then when everybody woke up, we went and we tried to go see what's her name, Adama. And then, but then we noticed Brother Og. And I was like, who is my mentor? And I was like, that can't be him because that guy's dead as hell. So then I just attacked him and then we killed him. I can't remember who did the finishing. Oh, Barman finished it off, which was very traumatizing to me. And then we went and we saw Adama and we talked to her and she gave us an answer to where we find Zetsis. She said he lies on the edge of a jungle and a great mountainscape watching from his tower over a ruined town with broken buildings and creeping vines. Wherever he is powerful and she could not gaze for much longer. And then we were like, okay, Adama, you can go. And then 2 seconds later, everyone was like, no, I want to talk to her. And so I was like, hey, come back. But she still wouldn't answer any of our questions. I got some books, 3 of them, and they were magic. And then we leveled up. We're now level 3 and we're heading back.
Yep, that's about what happened. There you go. Good job. And so we left you basically on the outskirts of Coneyberry. It's late afternoon. We'll call it 4 o'clock. Sure, that sounds good. So the heat is starting to break. Y'all are pretty hungry and probably more than a little bit parched. And there you go. Do you all want to talk about how you leveled up in case you want to share that with anyone in case that's relevant before we jump in?
Let's be surprised.
I mean, that's also a great option.
I don't
I
know.
have a
Channing got
surprise.
some cool spells.
I also got primeval awareness. I
And
forgot
it
about
looks
that.
like a really cool
Ooh,
hairdo.
what's
Is
that?
that
Yeah,
What's
you
Primeval
leveled
Awareness?
up? Yep. Anyway, go ahead.
I did. I leveled up my hair. I got a new job, and my rangers got new skills. Beginning at third level, you can use your action and expend one ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you or within up to 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
What's
And your
your
favorite terrain is?
Mountain.
Mountains. Good thing we're in mountains right now, right?
And my archetype is hunter and I chose horde breaker. Once on each of your turns, when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target and within range of your weapon.
Oh, that's cool.
Have to
That's-
remember.
There you go.
I hope that's gonna
You
help.
just have to
That'll help.
remember to
I
use
love
that.
the
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
I love Aelith the Arrow Slinger. Is that new? New.
Yeah.
Leveled up the Zoom titles too. There you
I
go.
think I'm pending an answer. So I went back and I read more about being a wizard, and I realized that when I leveled up last time, I didn't give myself 2 extra first level spells.
No.
So I have to go back and give myself them. And I want to do something with one of them, but I asked Nikki Reed, did she tell you?
Nope.
Okay, well then I'll text you.
Okay.
I got more healing spells, and I'm super psyched about them.
Yay.
I can now heal like a bunch of people at once, not during a battle, but after. So hopefully that'll help
Staff Sergeant Med Kit. There you go. Yep.
eventually. Also, I finally got spiritual weapon, which I'm super psyched about.
Ooh.
Cecily
figure
got
out
really
what it's gonna
upset
be.
when she was playing roughly your job and we kept referring to her as Sergeant Medkit. She's like, I have other capabilities.
No, I mean that is my job. My
Like,
job
no,
is to
that's your
basically,
job.
yeah.
You go fix
It's like if
people.
I occasionally get to do cool things, that's a nice like fun bonus. But yeah, no, I'm here to make sure y'all don't die.
Reed, I sent you the text that I sent Nikki.
Yep, yeah, go for it.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh man. Oh
Yep.
yeah.
So psyched.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Can you text me
Yep. I will.
what it would? Yeah,
What it is. Yeah.
just so that we can figure out where.
Can I? I'll just tell you what it is, and then.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Zito, when you leveled up, I assume you can sing better, right? You can enthrall people with your magic voice even better. So it will not just be Leaf singing your praises, but perhaps more people. Leaf,
mean-
you are now One Punch Leaf. That's
Yes.
Did you put away your staff? We're now
Oh,
doing
hey,
hand-to-hand
sorry.
combat.
So for level 3, I picked Way of the Open Hand. So whenever let's see, what does it say? When I hit a creature, one of the attacks granted by your flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on that target. It must succeed on a dexterity saving throws or be knocked prone, or it must take a strength savings throw. If it fails, you can push it 15 feet away, or it can't take reaction until the end of your next turn. And then I can now deflect missiles.
Ooh.
Cool.
You can like catch arrows and stuff.
some
Yes, yes.
crazy Matrix style
Nice.
stuff now. Can't wait till level 5.
Oh, and Zeta picked one of the colleges too, right?
I don't know. I'm still torn. Like this is gonna come down to the last minute. College of Lore or College of Valor? Maybe College of Valor.
That's a good choice. Yeah.
Sounds fun.
It says with their songs, they inspire others to reach the same heights of accomplishment as the heroes of old. That's pretty cool.
Yes. Sounds pretty rad.
There you go. Which leaves Barman last, but certainly not least, according to measurements of mass.
So I took an oath of vengeance against kidnappers and bandits. No mercy for the wicked. So I can channel my divinity in a couple different ways, and I got 2 new spells that came with that are like always prepped. So I'm more of a tank, basically.
Tankety tank, but a good guy, a good tank, right?
Yes.
Then we're hopefully going to start going into battle first more.
Yes.
I don't know. I still think Zeta does great in the front. You know, just sing them to sleep. Hope that works, right?
No, that's Khaldun's thing.
No, I don't. Yeah, okay. All right. So now we know. And 3, 2, 1. Welcome to 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the edge of Coneyberry. You see
Oh, yeah, we just got
Coneyberry
back.
in front of you. You hear probably Barman's stomach complaining loudly. You notice that you're not perspiring.
What's the creepy animal situation?
I don't
Are
know.
they
Roll
edible?
me.
It's
Probably.
not what I meant.
That's what I
roll-
meant, though.
Roll a perception check.
The answer is even if you could, you shouldn't.
Why?
Don't
If I'm hungry and they're made of food,
they don't look edible, Barman. They look dangerous. They look diseased. There's something wrong with them. Do you normally eat things that look like maybe they're just like past their expiration
We
date?
didn't say they look diseased. We just
They look
said
like they
were
have
kinda
bones hanging out.
Well,
well, that's
yeah,
just your point of view.
I feel
that's
like
their preferred way of wearing
things
their
with
bones.
bones
Okay.
on the outside are maybe not the healthiest of animals that I've ever met.
I mean, it saves me the trouble of deboning them.
Okay, I'm sorry. Roll your perception. I'll stop talking. This is from the man who wouldn't eat milk or drink milk because it was like 2 days out of expiration.
We had half and half in our fridge from November.
It was fine.
No,
Which, no, you know what?
That is
It smelled fine.
no.
Yep. I'm agreeing with Doug on this one.
That's wasteful.
It was fine.
It is
smelled-
wasteful.
Bananas are
It
not wasteful.
smelled totally fine.
If it tastes fine, it tastes fine. If the milk turns to yogurt in the fridge, okay, it's yogurt.
Yep, that's how that
Oh.
goes.
No, no, thank you.
Barman, did you perceive goodly?
Oh, I didn't realize I was perceiving. I thought
Oh,
it was
Hunford
Hunford
said you were
perceiving, because
perceiving.
Hunford was the one
Hunford
that
assigned that task to you.
questioned what the animal situation was.
You both. I don't know.
Okay, I'll roll a perception, but you also should roll one.
You
Let's see if
all
you-
could
you have
look
new dice.
around. You could go and investigate if you wanted to.
Rolled a
I mean,
10.
10. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 7. So
Well, I mean, you don't really see any of them out and about. You assume that they're probably hiding indoors, as the ones you have observed historically are doing during the day.
I'm gonna look around everybody else. How is everyone doing? Like physically?
Wait, did we do a rest or anything?
No.
From last time?
No, not yet.
I think we were kind of resigned to staying, even though we really didn't want to, because we're afraid we're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm out of spell slots.
So we have
So-
to bed. We just need to go and.
I think we
settle
need a
down.
rest. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
think if we
we-
try to make it back across the desert and get attacked again, we can't make
Nah.
it.
I wonder if those spiders were edible.
Evict our
Oh,
former
God.
housemate.
What'd you say?
We return and evict our former housemate.
Maybe we should pick a different
Wait,
one.
I have something
Make
for this.
multiple enemies.
Oh yeah. Yes.
If we're going back to the farmhouse, if we're going to take a long rest and suck it up and stay here one more night, then I want to try not to evict the current occupant. So are we going back there?
I guess we can at least like go back and see if the same one's there because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk to him?
Yes.
Yay! Yay!
Oh, I'm gonna do one better. In fact, let me get the right dice for this. I'm not even gonna take I'm gonna get the Aleph dice for this one. Not gonna try with a different dice. I'm gonna try with this one. I want to try casting animal friendship.
Oh.
Oh nice.
Speaking
'Cause
of
I don't
animal
want-
friendship.
Him to just speak. I want him to be chill and stay with us, not have to go out.
I'll be freaked out. Buddy, can you
Friends
stop
with
it?
Deer, make friends with the deer. I'm so excited.
He just like put his entire butt in the camera.
So
So-
is that your plan? You're gonna,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go knock on the door with the place we stayed.
Yeah.
all right, so you proceed through the streets. You arrive at the door of your previous hotel. There is an animal that you believe to be the same one as before, currently
How
hiding around the corner.
pissed off does it look?
Well, it's asleep.
Okay. Oh no. I look at Aelith and I'm like, so what's the game plan?
I want to cast. I've never cast before, but like maybe once. I want to cast Animal Friendship.
Well, it didn't work.
Oh god,
Hmm.
because it's not an animal, is it?
What about if it's not a beast, maybe?
Ugh,
Well,
God, what
would-
is it?
It can't see and hear you.
Oh god.
Oh.
It's asleep.
Oh.
So what you're
Oh.
saying is I could sneak up on it. with
No,
my
no, no. Let's just gently
Amazing
tap on the door.
stealth skills and
Oh.
just
I'll give you a pass and
Turn
say
it
you
into
wouldn't have
dinner.
actually tried that because you know it's not going to work because it's asleep.
Can we wake it up?
I don't know.
Gently?
Can you?
Zeta, sing to it.
Does someone have,
would
I
that
don't-
put it to sleep?
Okay, I'm gonna sing. Wake me up inside.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Evanescence, that's the peaceful wake up song.
Yes.
I love it.
Does it work?
Yeah, it has woken up. It is now looking at you.
Do it now, Aelith. Aelith.
I cast Animal
appears-
Friendship.
Okay. This is it is not charmed.
So what's it doing?
It's staring at you. It is specifically staring at Zeta and Aelith kind of back and forth as ones who have woken it and waggled fingers at it, I guess. Now, what is it? VSM. Yes, so you have done
Yeah.
all the things. Yep. So it's quite perplexed as to why you have awakened it.
I just like slide down on the floor, cross leg, just like you see and hear my arrow quiver, just jostle, just toss my bow down. I'm like, I'm done.
What is your animal handling?
Oh, it is. Wait, do I have to roll for this?
Yes, if you would please.
Come on, Aelith dice. Please do your thing. Yes, yes, my precious. It is 13.
Okay. It slowly walks over to you and lays down next to you and puts its head in your lap
Oh my god.
and goes back to sleep.
Oh my god.
Oh.
This is the best thing that's ever happened in this game.
You precious unnatural creature. You don't have to leave.
How creepy is this thing? Can you just what's the state of its bones?
Missing.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look normal. I mean, by your observations of normal, right? It looks like any of the other creatures in town. It's maybe
I
got
just want to
some
know, like, is it like missing
bony
half its face and it's like
protrusions.
drooling on her?
No, it's not drooling, or it doesn't smell particularly off. Like, it doesn't smell like rotting flesh or anything. It's just a slightly different animal, I guess you could say, but it appears to be
You can see its, organs
healthy,
pulsing
yeah,
gently
like-
beneath its flesh.
it looks different,
Aw.
but it's behaving as what you would think a normal animal would. That's tired and that woke up, but wasn't particularly upset by that fact.
Aelith is living her best Disney princess life.
That is so cute. All right, let's just go. We want to go in so gently. And so
Remember,
fast.
barman, you want to know if these things are edible.
Don't you dare.
I'm just gonna creep into the hut so gentle and quiet, and then just kind of sit down and chill.
I'm
out.
gonna
Are you?
come over.
You're gonna
to-
roll a stealth check for that one.
Oh no.
Let's see. I don't think my stealth modifier is very good. Okay, well, 11.
You're gonna roll it with advantage though. There's it's kind of like a dirty floor. You could probably sneak a little better than normal.
It's better. Okay, all right. Dirty 20.
Sure, you have snuck past it.
I'm gonna kind of like peek in the doorway and be like, Aelith, I've got speak with animals. Do we want to talk to it at some point?
I mean, if it wakes up, like if it's just gonna like chill and we're all gonna long rest, we'll just long rest together, I guess. But if it gets spooked, yeah, definitely cast it and let it know like we're just here one more night and then we're gone.
Okay. Yeah, I have one spell slot left, so hopefully we don't need it for anything else. But yeah, we're not gonna wake up the poor little deer. Is it a deer? What is it? Antelope?
It was an antelope. yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Are the
What-
rest of
what,
y'all
like-
going to go inside?
What time is it? Roughly.
Well, it's probably about 4:07 p.m. now, give or take. I don't think it's taking y'all very long to wander to your.
So like we need to get something to eat and like
Yes.
Don't we
We
have
also
some
need to
food.
schedule watch.
Wait, what is actually in here? What is this animal again?
It's an antelope.
but like a
Antelope.
weird
Alright, let me-
Kind of a messed up looking
You
antelope.
should just Google
Alright.
antelope.
Oh, yeah, let me see how antelope. Let me see how
I
appetizing.
do think it's
it
really
looks.
funny that Leon's never seen an antelope.
That is very funny.
Oh, it's like a deer, right?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean,
Did
I
you
think
see the
deer
Lion
tastes,
King? Did you never
deer
see the Lion
tastes
King?
good. I think, right?
We're not eating this. First off, it hasn't done anything to us, and I'm pretty sure it would make us sick if we did.
Yeah, it does not look healthy.
I've
We've already
poisoned
kicked him out of his
resistance.
house once.
I mean, cooking does like kill a lot of like germs and stuff, you know.
If you guys are hungry, I'll catch something for you tomorrow.
But I'm hungry now.
But we have like jerky, don't we? I thought we had-
Yeah, and I've got nuts.
Okay, so we can eat. We can eat.
I'm like, I think I'm just like curiously looking around outside, trying to see like, I don't know. It's
But-
weird.
But
Is
what
that
you
okay?
looking for?
No, I'm just gonna talk to the rest of the group. Isn't it weird that I mean, it's really weird that these things are living in houses. Is it possible they're like transformed residents? Like they used to be people?
That's what I thought.
I was thinking about that as well earlier. Whenever the animal, the first time the animal handle or the animal spell wasn't gonna work, but
But at night, they live like animals, hunting and foraging like animals.
But they're like during the day, they sleep in these houses. I don't know. This town is really weird, right?
Maybe they're just light sensitive.
Maybe.
Like they don't like being out in daylight. Maybe they're nocturnal by necessity or design.
I don't know. I like look around outside again and like this is very curious to me, right? Like it feels like we should investigate further. Like what is going like if these are people, we need to do something.
we should investigate when we have our spell slots back. Or
I mean, but we
some of us-
can't stay here too long. This place drives people mad.
It is really creepy here.
Maybe that's the form of madness. Maybe they're connected.
And they like
they go mad and
become
turn into animals.
they think they're people, maybe?
Ooh, like a reverse madness.
Yeah,
It's not
maybe that
people
they're, like-
transformed. It's animals who think they're people that were transformed.
I don't know.
My
that feels
God,
very
man.
that feels very
People
complicated.
left. The animals
Figure it out.
came. Maybe it's all connected. Maybe we're all right. The people ran away, the animals came, the place was blighted in some kind of way, cursed or something, and this was the part of it. I don't know.
It's really creepy. It's super creepy
Yes.
around here. I peer back around kind of outside, like I guess there's a bunch of like buildings we didn't open. There's all the little town doors, and then there's a bunch of like big buildings. Like right there was the spider building that we're not going in.
The barn,
The barn.
which we're gonna burn.
And there was a
right?
house, right? There was a house that we didn't go into.
I thought that,
There's
so
lots
aside
of
from
houses.
the, I thought there was like a big old building in the center.
Yeah, there was like a big building.
Shops.
Maybe. I mean, something that might give us a clue about what happened here. I just, I don't know. It feels odd not knowing more.
Yeah.
Does anyone feel up to an investigation, or how is this
Like
party
a
dinner?
light scouting trip.
But consider that a light
Well-
scouting trip could turn into full-on combat.
Just don't scare any spiders.
Maybe we should do a long rest, because don't you only have like one spell slot left?
We could at least do a short rest.
Yeah, but that only restores hit points. Well, actually, for me, you might get spell slots back. It's your wizard.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know that. I don't know why I said that.
No,
Um,
I do get spell slots back as a wizard. Well, because of what I am, I can do an arcane recovery.
I mean, I don't think we should be like barging into like let's not kick open any doors and be like, who the fuck's here? But
That's my favorite part.
no, barman, no, not today. Just
What if
we
we
don't.
split the party into 6 different groups?
That one worked out really well for us last time, so I'm
Remember
100%
when we did
down.
that and it went
Yeah.
so well?
It was great.
Particularly now that we appear to be losing our faculties.
Are we?
Well, my faculties haven't been as communicative recently. I'm not sure about yours, but we're on we're on touch and go basis usually.
So it's pretty
Mm.
normal for you, is what you're saying. I feel fine, Khaldun. I feel totally, absolutely normal.
Okay, well, I was just a little. I would say that I was just a little unnerved because I've seen someone that I love very much die in front of me, and I know a couple of other people here. Well, one other person here has had that experience, and maybe a nap, maybe a nap.
Yeah, I definitely think we need a nap.
I guess that's fair. I don't.
What if we compromise? What if we take a long rest and then we share watch? And what if we explore at dawn where there's some light, but it's still early enough that we won't lose time if we take a hour or two to poke around? Then we can set off.
I agree with that.
That's fair. That's reasonable. Does the rest of the group concur?
Yeah.
I want to take first watch.
Concur.
Barman, I elbow you.
Fine.
Do you even know what we were talking about?
No, I zoned out.
Okay, yeah.
Not
Because I'm
food.
hungry.
Aelith, can you
I can
feed?
only hear my rumbly tummy.
A bag of nuts goes sailing at Barman's head.
Oh, I'm gonna suck on these
Zing.
nuts.
Don't, ew, gross. Jesus.
Aelith did say she got the nuts.
I pass around some jerky too, but I might have to restock when we get back.
Do we still have leftover water from the night before, I think, because we had extra that I put in a crate. So we've got that. I'm gonna wander. There's like the big oasis in the middle of town, right? I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna ask Barman to come with me. But I'm gonna ask him to come with me to the oasis just to look at it.
Okay.
See what the water looks like.
Remind me, DM number, to what time of day we said this is? Just to as a
Well, at this
reminder.
point, it's about 4:09 p.m.
Oh, about 4:09. Okay.
Roughly.
Roughly.
Give or take.
Okay, so we went to the barn, and that was the one with the spiders. We didn't check out the farmhouse or the big old
No, we're in the
building.
farmhouse.
No,
aren't
we're
we?
not in the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you're over here.
Yeah, we just picked like a random building.
okay.
Across from the farmhouse.
Yes,
Next to a big old building.
Mhm.
I tell you guys that I don't want to waste my last spill on water, so I'm gonna go check out the oasis. Barman, you coming with me?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna go check out the oasis. DM.
Sounds good.
Sweet. What's the water look like?
What water?
What do you mean what water?
What water?
It's an oasis.
Yep.
Okay, what
Saying
what am I
there's no
seeing?
water? Are you saying there's no water in the sun?
Are you wandering towards it?
Yes.
Well, so you are wandering towards it. There's you notice there's about 3 or 4 animals that you can see from your vantage point, gently lapping at the water's edge. There is water. I was,
Okay.
yeah. There's only a couple. They're screwed up animals, by your judgment, I suppose. They're kind of the bony, translucent, not what you would necessarily expect anywhere else in the world type animals, but they're standing there. They look up at you and stop drinking as you approach.
Okay. I motioned to Barman to like be quiet and or like to be like careful. Don't do anything like dumb. And kind of like slowly walk up to the water.
Okay. There's
Does
water.
it just look like regular water?
It appears to be water.
Okay.
Do you want to investigate it, or I mean, what are you
Guess so.
asking?
I'm trying to see if it's like something that we could like fill our flasks with before we left, like, and to see if there's anything weird that I notice about it.
Like
So I,
maybe
like,
it's the
can-
water
you
causing
can roll
these weird
a
animals.
nature check, I suppose.
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh.
14.
Far as you can tell, it's water. Looks like water. Doesn't have any particular odor to it.
Okay. I'm going to. I don't know if I want to fill my flask up because it's like contaminated. I have a cup. I have a tin cup. I'm gonna fill my tin cup with water.
There you go. You kneel down and sink your tin cup into the water until it's about half full, and still
gonna-
looks like water.
I'm gonna look at Barman and I'll be like, well, if I'm dead in the morning, just tell them I died doing something stupid, and I'm just gonna drink all the water.
Okay, you
All right.
have consumed
Make 2 death saving
Roughly,
throws.
8 fluid ounces of water from the oasis. Congratulations.
Excellent.
There's no XP for that. Sorry.
Damn. Okay. We can go back now. I like slap Barman on the shoulder and I'm like, well, tastes like water. It's probably fine, but if I'm dead in the morning, then we'll know.
Cool.
Okay, I'll go back to
Are-
the house now.
Okay. Barman, are you sampling the water? You guys?
No,
No. Okay.
no, I'm not.
I think it's funny how Barman wants to eat the antelope but won't drink the water.
The animals go back to lapping at the water while you depart.
Sweet. Okay, I come back to the group and I'll be like, well, we'll know in the morning if we can fill up our flasks with water before we leave. I sort of like sit down. So what's the game plan? Who's on watch?
Me.
I'll take last watch.
I'll do second watch. I don't know. How many watches do we have to do? 3?
We usually do 3.
Yeah, okay. So I'm on
I'll
second.
stay up like 4 hours because I'm only gonna need 4 hours to sleep.
Barman, which watch are you doing?
I'll take first watch.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, Barman, because I'm gonna be distracted for a little bit. I need to do a couple of things. So Barman, if you wouldn't mind, like for the first 2 hours being the one keeping a perception up. I'm gonna do a couple of things on break.
Okay.
So it's Khaldun and Barman for first watch. Did I hear that right?
Then I'm doing second watch.
And Howard's doing second watch.
I can do second watch with you, Mr. Honey.
Nice.
Okay, I'll do the last one then. With Ayla.
How's the
Okay,
the
so-
antelope doing?
The antelope is still asleep in Aelith's lap. I can you know where the antelope is. It's sleeping with its new friend.
Okay, I guess I just want to watch it because when it wakes up, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we on first
Oh.
watch?
Yeah. So I would say just as you guys, after you guys have had your dinner and you've had your water, the sun's starting to set. The antelope does wake up. I don't know if that would be before or after everyone's trying to bed down at that point, but that, as the sun sets, the antelope gets up, kind of stretches a little bit, takes a look around at you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna cast my spell.
All right. You can speak to animals.
Okay, so I like look at it and I like mutter like a word and wave my hand slightly and I like stare it dead in the eye. Can you hear me?
It kind of yawns and says, "Oh, yes. Why are you in my house?"
Well, we're visitors and we didn't really know where else to stay.
Oh,
It seemed dangerous
Okay.
to stay outside.
yes. Better in the houses. Yes. Good
So
to
we sh-
sleep in houses.
We shouldn't stay outside. Is it dangerous?
Oh, not when it's nice and cool and dark. Good.
But
During
when
the
it's
day,
the daytime, it's dangerous.
it kind of shakes its horns a little bit at you and says, "No, the things come up. No, don't go out during the day.
What things?
The things look one looked like my mama. It attacked.
Aw.
No good. Don't go out during day. No."
Do you remember anything? Were you always an antelope?
It kind of looks at you quizzically. What else would I be? I'm an antelope.
Like a vampire. Were you ever a vampire? I think the real question is, am I speaking in like English so everyone else can hear me having a one-sided
Yes,
conversation?
yes,
Okay, great.
absolutely, absolutely, 100%.
Excellent.
It shakes its antlers again, says, "What's a vampire?"
You know what? We're not going to touch that one. I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry.
Only know about the other animals and the things that change during the day.
Things that change do you know are they everywhere?
Everywhere, yes. But they go to sleep during the nighttime. That's when we go eat and drink.
Oh shit.
Man, we did this all backwards.
Fuck.
So you're gonna go out. Are you gonna see your mama, or did you say that she?
No, she's dead. Some dogs ate her a while back.
Sorry, that's not funny.
I look horrified.
There's still dogs in town. And cheetahs sometimes. You have to be careful, but we all leave each other alone during the day.
just at nighttime. That's when we have to be careful because you're like it's normal at nighttime.
Yeah, that's when we go drink and eat.
So you're gonna go do that now. Is it okay if we sleep in your house while you go out?
Okay, as long as you make space during day. Are you
Yeah.
guys eat meat antelope?
No, no.
Oh, then you can stay in my house whenever. That's
Okay, yeah,
fine.
we're all vegetarians. I say, looking at
Oh.
Barman.
Then you guys can stay. You guys, that one has a nice lap. Very
That
comfy.
does
We're
have
all
a nice.
vegetarians is a good episode title.
I look and I look at her. Or it's a I don't know what gender. You know what? It doesn't matter what gender this antelope is. I look at the antelope and I'm like, can you hold on for just like a second? Just don't leave. I just have like a couple more questions, but just one sec.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
kind of thirsty, but I'll wait for you.
Oh, here, can I give it some of the water?
Sure.
Okay.
It laps it up. Says, "Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll wait."
Okay, I go back to the team and I kind of relay what it said, that like it's saying that there's something dangerous out at night, and we can stay in its house because we're vegetarians. I say.
Wait, okay, not out of character. It said the opposite, didn't it? Not that there's stuff dangerous out at night, but there's stuff
Oh
dangerous.
yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, there's stuff that's dangerous out of the day, and that it goes to sleep at night, and that's why it's safe outside. And it's something that changes. They also said to watch
So-
out for the dogs and the cheetahs during the day, but they said it's mostly not as dangerous as the things that come out during the day.
So does that mean we need to be hoofing it back at night?
I don't know. I mean,
it won't be so hot and oppressive at night in the desert.
maybe. I mean, it does mean that we need to be careful, right? Like whatever's going on here is clearly scarier than. So, do you guys think anything else I should ask it before I only have like 10 minutes on the spell?
Where'd all the
Um,
people go?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I look back at the antelope. Where did the people who lived here? Where did they go? Do you know?
Kind of looks quizzically, says, sometimes some people come through like you, but normally they either get eaten or leave, or they get destroyed by the things during the day." What people? What other people? What
The
people?
ones that built the town? Do you remember that?
This has always been here. My
Oh,
mama said this has been here always.
Okay.
Hmm.
It does look like it's an old town. Do you know there's some other really big buildings in town? Have you ever been to those buildings? There's one with spiders in it.
Oh, yeah, spiders. Yeah, we avoid that building. Uh-huh, it nods.
What about there's like a building right next to it, another big building. Do you know what's in there? Should we avoid that one?
There's some of the ones they eat what they can find. They could be grumpy, but I don't know. As long as you don't bother their mama, they're okay.
Okay. And do you know, you don't see people, you probably don't know what crazy looks like.
What's crazy? What's that?
When you start seeing things that aren't there, like you're imagining something, but it's not actually there. Like you think that there's a cheetah, but actually there's no cheetah.
Oh, the things that come out during the day. Those things? The things that they're not the things they look like they are. Those things?
Oh, like they look like something else, like something that
Yeah.
something maybe that you like they remind you of your mom.
Yeah,
to be your mom?
they might be my mom, they might be my friend, but they're not. They come and
Oh,
then
fuck.
they try to hit you with their horns and no, they're bad.
I look up at everybody else and I'm like, I think maybe those mirage things that we've been running into, they might be in town. That's what it sounds like. That might be the things that the antelope is referring to. Do you have a name?
What's a name?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Can I call you
Jerky.
what?
Jerky.
No.
Dinner.
No. Everyone shut up.
Filet mignon.
Can I call you Deary?
Deary. Okay, sure.
Okay. Sweet.
What's a deary?
You know, it's a very pretty, nice creature.
Oh,
Like you.
thank you. Thank you. I always am good friends with lots of different animals, except the ones that try to eat me.
That's fair. And not us. Just to stress that again. We would not be doing that.
Yeah, that's why you can stay in my house. It looks
Yeah.
at you confused.
Okay.
We we talked about that already.
You're right. We did. You're good point. Okay. Anything else you guys think I need to ask it before we let it go? I feel like we have a
Has it seen any like books or any gold around the town?
it's not gonna know what those are.
Ask it if it's seen.
Well, ask
I
anyway.
pull out one of the books. I pull out one of the books and
Okay.
I'm shaking it.
Okay.
But like kind of try to start to try to eat it a little bit. Is food?
Oh,
No, no,
nice,
that's not-
nice animal. No, thank you.
Is it? It looks
My-
like leaves, maybe. Is
My
it
friend
leaves?
wants to know. It's kind of like leaves. It's like leaves, but a bunch of them together. Do you? My
Uh-huh.
friend wants to know if you maybe have seen any of those in any of the houses.
No, trees don't grow in houses. There's the
Those
date
trees don't grow in
palms.
houses.
They have lots of leaves. You could find leaves on those.
Yep,
But
yeah.
no, trees don't grow in houses.
Well, like this small thing though. It's like this big, and it like it looks like this. It's not a leaf, but
Mm,
okay.
I don't.
It's okay. Stop.
like
Wait.
it.
Stop it. Caltoon. I like back you away.
I don't know. I don't think there are any leaves in the houses that
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
seen.
That's fair. That's fair. You've been.
Does it have any idea of how long it's been here?
do you,
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's well. Yeah. It's fine.
I've lived here my whole life. I was raised here. I was born
Oh.
here.
What is that?
It
How
doesn't
many
know. It doesn't know what
summers?
it doesn't know what time is.
So odd.
My
Okay.
mama also raised here. I don't know
Okay.
how many before that.
A long time though.
Hmm.
Do you guys know of the banshee that lives close?
Kind of cocks its head a little bit again and says, "What's a banshee?"
The singing lady, kind of ghosty, wispy.
Kind of does this again and says, maybe wispy person sometimes around the big rock. We don't go there to the big rock though."
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's probably a good idea.
It's good in the town. There's lots of places to sleep during the day. Good place. And there's water. And there's palm trees. It's a good place to live.
It does seem like a good place to live. I like pat it kind of gently on the shoulder.
It kind of nuzzles you a little bit with its bony, protruding mouth and says, "You nice people.
No.
You can
ask it
sleep in
about
my
its weird
house."
face. Oh,
What?
ask it about its weird face.
I will not do that. Thanks.
Oh, but ask why everyone is. That's why they're all like that. You know.
It's not gonna know. It's always been like this.
Well, have
Okay. I turn back to Deary and I'm like, so I like gesture to the part of it that's translucent. Have you always had that? Has it always been like that?
Kind of looks and says, yeah, you're weird. Why don't you why you're weird kind of looking. Sometimes weird looking people and animals come through. But yeah, they don't normally last okay here.
So it just Your mom looked like that too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
And
it's very pretty. So
Thank you. I think my mama said I'm very handsome.
I turn back to Khaldun and I'm like, it's always been like that. It doesn't know.
Oh,
I think that's as much. I feel like this poor deer or antelope should be able to go and like run around. Okay.
You want me to put it out of its misery?
You will not touch the goddamn antelope, Barman. I turn back to the antelope and I'm like, okay, you've been so helpful. And I look at Aelith and I'm like, Aelith, do you have any nuts?
I gave him the barman.
Barman, give me your nuts.
No.
Yes, Barman, just do it.
What if I ate them all?
You didn't. Give them to me.
Fine.
Okay. And I take some in my hand and I offer him to the deer. And I say, just because you've been so nice to us and you're letting us stay in our house. This is food.
So it starts to kind of nibble the nuts out of your mouth, and it's like one side of its face has no flesh along the teeth, so you just kind of watch its bones, like the teeth grinding the nuts protruding out. But it looks pretty happy. Like, I mean, I guess it would look happy because it's got a permanent grin on its face. But yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we're gonna let you go, but we're gonna stay here and we'll be very quiet and we won't break anything.
Okay. And it's kind of scampers off to the oasis to get some more water. Do its antelope business.
So I don't know if that means we should change our plans.
I just need 1 hour and 10 minutes, but then we can head out. But I just need 1 hour.
It sounds like we should be traveling at night. Cause remember the one that pretended to be my dad? It attacked us outside the town.
And it was always during the day. We've never traveled at night because it's always seemed more dangerous.
So it could be regional, not just here. We don't know how far it will follow us. If
We
it
also
does,
don't know if the things in town are the same thing. We're just kind of guessing based on the
True.
description. It could
but
be
it
something
did the
totally
same
different.
thing. My dad, its mom, attack.
Yeah, that is weird.
They know to do that to animals and sentient beings. Creepy.
So we should spend 1 extra hour here and then try. I mean, we could at least do like maybe one more.
I don't think we should try to leave tonight. I'm not going to get any spells. And
I see. So
there could be other things out at night. That's the thing.
So spend the night here, spend all day here.
Yeah, I think we leave tomorrow night.
So, do
But
we
then we're
risk
getting hurt.
investigating it during the day?
I think we have to.
There might be more to find.
It seems there's something else going on here. And we need to, at the very least, we need to warn people about this place. Like,
I mean, it seems warned enough. I mean, Khaldun, you read about this in a book somewhere or something?
I mean, it wasn't enough to actually tell us it before we left here. So
I rolled the history.
I don't know if that's the book's fault.
I was putting together it took me a lot. I have a vague memory of it, but I also spent most of my life at university. So I don't know that it's well known.
I'm just saying that town cleric didn't tell us anything about this town being dangerous.
Dude, we got some questions for Gariel.
That town cleric appeared to have known because they knew not to.
Oh, God damn it. Already. Fucking. Come on, Kate. Jesus Christ.
Because they knew not to stay here for long enough to meet Adama.
Yeah, but they didn't tell us. Why didn't they pass that information on to us?
Perhaps they are evil, as you first assumed.
That's true. Yeah, that is a good point. I do have a good sense for this. And I tap my nose. There's something weird we can't just leave. Like, I need to know what's going on.
What if there's nothing going on here other than just it's a creepy ghost town with a creepy banshee far away and mirages that show up during the day. That could be the end of the story.
Maybe the tragedy that the banshee is associated with is also why it's a ghost town. But maybe the reason it's a ghost town isn't what made these creatures like this, but maybe it draws them to it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's all connected, or maybe none of it is, and it's all coincidence, a weird, creepy coincidence.
In the alternative, we could return, take our information to Gariel, find out what we can, and do research once we get back to Phandelver.
Look, I just don't like leaving doors unopened, okay? There's 2 doors that we haven't opened of big buildings. I just want to see what's in there. That's all I want.
You have a habit for not leaving prison doors unopened, I would note as well. That was a little bit a callback to how you got captured earlier on account of your brashness. It was a passive aggressive bit and it was subtle.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. No, I mean, I picked that up because it was very obvious and rude, by the way. So thanks, thanks for that. But I just think we need. What if Gariel's up to something? We need to do some more investigating. We need to figure out what else is going on. We don't have any information right now. We're going back and we're going to be giving Gariel everything they want, and we have nothing.
What if? I mean, what would they have gotten out of this? Let's say they weren't on the up and up. The most they would have gotten out of this is some adventurers get killed.
Yes, us. We are the adventurers.
But to what benefit to Gariel?
Well,
maybe they're in league with the local town's bread brands. There we go. I couldn't remember the name of the antagonists.
I mean, if they could just snatch us off the street, do they really need to have such a...
Well, maybe they needed a more political way to get rid of us that wasn't going to potentially risk a, riot. I don't know.
They're not known for subtlety.
We were sent on a task and we encountered dangers. That's hardly a trap. We were hired because we are adventurers of a certain amount of...
Yeah, but we weren't warned about the potential. Normally, if you really want a task done, you would communicate the dangers.
Unless you think the dangers would discourage people from going.
So maybe Gariel didn't mean us harm, but
I'm just
tell
saying,
us everything.
I'm just saying that we just need to know a little bit more about what's going on here before we go waltzing back.
I'm not in any rush to return to Phandelver. I wouldn't mind doing a little investigation tomorrow.
Yeah.
We just have to be very careful.
Are you agreeing with me? I look at you kind of like, what?
Well, the town, oh, it's Stuffy. Who loves it? Who likes the town? Oh, I love the open air, and I'm like brushing sand and grit off of my, and it gets in your teeth. I love that. I love that it gets in your teeth. What would be the issue of just staying here and looking for a few more books, and also the mystery, but also some books. Like maybe.
Are you afraid of going back to see Sildar again?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, yeah, it's that.
I just storm outside. And also I get out my brazier and I start doing my thing. I get out a brazier and incense and herbs.
What time is it?
It's probably like 8 p.m. at this point.
Have
it's
we had
my
our
bedtime. Oh, it's my
we've had-
bedtime.
So second watch is ending.
Well,
Is second watch ending?
I'm first watch. I haven't had a chance to do.
Yeah, we
first
haven't.
Oh.
No one was started their first watch yet.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna look the rest of you. So we're settled. We're gonna go check some things out tomorrow. I'm going to bed. Then I go and curl up in my bedroll.
Okay. So Khaldun, you're going to use the time during your watch to do your spell.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? I'm gonna describe it. Can I do it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I take out this beautiful, ornate, lacquered. It's like cloisonne, bowl, and I take out some just foul smelling herbs from underneath my robes. And I draw a circle around it and I start humming an incantation. I go into a deeply meditative state. And then I open my eyes and I say, come here, come here, come here. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? And out of the darkness plummets this just dark mass. And it looks like it's gonna, you assume, it's like, you can tell it's a bird and you think that it's about to swing low and then, but no, it just boom, hits directly into the ground and sends the brazier flying everywhere and the herbs everywhere. And if anyone is watching, they could see coming to whoever else is on watch.
Yeah, Barman, you're on watch.
Barman, you could hear the boom, and then you see this bird's head come up, and it has these two horrible yellow eyes. And I'm gonna send a picture of what it looks like.
Does it look like dinner?
You could technically eat it if you wanted to, but then I'd have to spend money to get it back.
She'd be very
It
unhappy.
looks like this. I sent it into the chat. So it's a putu. It has those crazy eyes, and it wakes up and it looks at me with its two huge crazy yellow eyes, and it goes, ah! And I'm like, baby, come here, baby. You're such a good girl. And she pops into my arms and I give her a big hug, and I found my familiar.
Oh my God.
Does she have a name?
What are you gonna do with
Yeah,
horrible thing?
her name is Baby.
It's like the tiniest beak I've ever seen.
It's the owl, just for reference, it's the owl familiar. It's got the abilities of the owl familiar, but it looks fucked up.
His name is Baby.
Her name is Baby, yeah.
Extra thank you. Aw, look at those eyeballs.
And then I pick her up and I cuddle her in my coat and I come back and sit and look on watch.
I don't know which is creepier, the enormous yellow eyeball versions, the ones with that's like pitch black.
It's the
Yeah,
black
the ones with
eye.
the pitch black eyes are worse. That's bad. Oh, look at their horrible open mouths. Ew. I thought you were doing the night shard. This is worse somehow.
Yes, the Putu's in one of Avery's animal books.
Oh, they look evil. Ooh.
Perfect. Love it. Okay. Barman, are you doing anything during your watch while Khaldun is summoning this monstrosity?
I mean, I was kind of watching the show.
Okay, that seems valid. All right. Huntfrid, as you bed down for the evening, you start to get the sweats a little bit, even though it's quite cold and chilly during the evening, and kind of toss and turn as you try to get to sleep and rest. You fall into a deep, fitful sleep, but as you finally do fall asleep, you find yourself back deep under the earth. You're in a cool, dark cavern on the shore of the Lantern Lake. There are pale, delicate, bioluminescent life that create a constellation of lights in the deep pool before you. But behind you, we hear a rustling. You turn where there's a tunnel. You would know from your time tending the temple here that the tunnels that surround the Lantern Lake are a labyrinth of natural caves that largely lie uncharted. And Umbra used to spelunk these tunnels, thinking she'd be the first to chart them. Remembering this, you cautiously enter the tunnels. You had always been too afraid to venture very far into these, but there's an odd sense of urgency that overcomes you. For a moment, you think you spot a wisp of Umbra's hair as she turns a corner deeper into the tunnels, and you give chase. You catch glimpses after glimpses of her and move as fast as you can, squeezing and pulling your way through when it gets tight. Eventually, you reach a small clearing where a skeleton lay. Closer, a voice whispers to you, sounding like gravel crunching underfoot. What do you do?
I look around. Who's there?
Nothing responds. There's just a kind of whisper of wind through the tunnels, and it all seems to be blowing closer to the skeleton before you.
I'm gonna take a step towards the skeleton and like look for if it's familiar.
You step toward the skeleton. It's a dwarven skeleton, but not familiar. It's looks rather old. But you do see around the skeleton's neck is a necklace of sorts.
I'm gonna kneel down and try to look at the necklace.
Okay. You kneel down and you pull forth a tarnished silver chain from around the skeleton's neck that has a solid onyx locket attached to it. But as you reach for it, you notice that your hands are not your own. They are beautiful and strong. They're her hands. And at this recognition, a strong, booming voice comes into your ear, sounding like grinding of boulders in a cave collapse. And it says, "She is mine, and you are lost." And in that moment, the cave swallows you in darkness, and you wake up in a cold, cold sweat.
What the fuck?
Roll 3d4 for me.
Oh fuck. Oh man, I did not prepare well. Where are my dice? Okay, that's do you have the combined total?
Yep.
Okay. 4, 5, 6.
6. Okay. So conveniently, this would have been drawing close to the 2-hour mark when this happens. And Barman and Khaldun, you both see Hunford kind of shake awake and is lying there drenched in sweat.
I'm like panting a little bit.
Yeah.
Like breathing really heavily. I think as I see Barman come in, I like kind of startle, like. And I look at him, good gods, boy, you scared me.
What?
I get up and I kind of like brush past you.
Whatever, old man.
What did you just call me?
I grab Barman and I sort of give him sort of a gentle nudge and then kind of nod towards, and then I say sort of like, I ask him if he's okay.
Nah, he's fine.
Are you okay? You look so pale and so sweaty.
I turn around and I snarl. I'm fine.
See, I told you.
And you with your snout Marth.
Snout Marth.
Easy for you to say.
He's lost his mind.
You know what? That's fine in character. I just woke up. I like look around and I kind of like roke my head like foggily, like I just don't know. I'm gonna go and watch.
All right. What do you guys? Well, we'll leave. Sorry.
Are you sure you? And I'm just like sort of cuddling baby.
What is that thing? I like step back horrified.
Baby turns her head. She just twists her neck fully around for my arms.
I let out like 100% full on scream, like just like.
She looks back at you and goes,
What the fuck, Khaldun? What the fuck? What is the nightmare creature?
Oh, this is baby. would you like to go? Would you like to hold her?
No, I like take like
Oh.
multiple steps away.
Well, I've seen enough. Baby can stay.
Baby jumps over to Barman's shoulders and
Ah!
and just sort of like headbutts him and then looks directly in his face and goes,
Don't let it touch you. It's going to infect you or something. It might be one of the creatures they spoke about.
No. This is my beloved familiar, and she's here to help, but moreover, she's here to comfort. She's very emotionally intelligent, baby. And she swivels her head sharply back to you and goes, so if you ever need some comfort or caring in these dark times.
I look at Barman. I'm just ignoring Khaldun and I go, the madness has got him. This is it. He's been struck by it. Don't you see?
Nah, he's not as normal as usual.
I make like a warding sign and I like back towards the door and I'm like, I just hope you will have come to your senses by morning.
Okay, I'm just gonna go settle down to bed and go, it's okay, baby, you're beautiful. Lie down.
You guys doing anything else? Is there someone else coming on watch with you, Hunford?
I think isn't Leaf on second?
Yeah.
Is anyone gonna wake him up?
Nah,
I would
he
assume
can
the
sleep through it.
screaming probably.
I'm
Oh,
up.
that's yeah, that's probably fair. Probably everyone got startled awake when Hunford screamed.
Anything happening on our watch?
So your watch goes by fairly uneventfully. Are either of you
Nice.
going to do anything during your watch?
I was gonna. I'd prep some new spells because I learned some stuff. So I'm like kind of praying to, my, divine creature and
Okay.
getting some new spells.
I'm
Alright.
I'm like doing, those like old Asian people
I
in, like, the
appreciate how
park?
devout you are that you can't even
The
name
Tai
your
Chi?
divine creature.
Yeah, the Tai Chi.
Oh.
I'm doing some Tai Chi.
Okay.
It's not a god, so I can't like. It's like the spirit of the mountain. It's not.
Sure.
It's not like a person.
Spirit has no name. The spirit needs no name.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
That's what Hunford's always railing against.
It's not a deity. It's like the embodiment of nature.
Names can
Name
lead to
is Joe.
idolatry.
You can't name the embodiment of nature, Reed. That is against our religion.
Doing Tai Chi, do you have like how old people always have like visors and like fanny pack? They clip a
Oh
fanny-
yeah,
Mhm.
classic.
Great. So Leaf pulls out his fanny pack and straps it on to do his Tai Chi.
Exactly.
And things pass on uneventfully.
I'm really like anxious. Like I'm super twitchy still,
Yeah.
I think all night. So like every time I hear like a weird noise, I'm just kind of like jumping. And I keep
There's-
replaying my dream in my head over and over. So I'm just kind of like every time I hear something like the crunch of like
Yeah.
like
And there's a couple of times, especially in the night, where like the wind will pass through the window and kick up some sand, and that will especially remind you of the wind in the tunnels in your dream, and it kind of definitely gets to you a
I
little
think I
bit.
start a couple times. So I don't know. Leaf, if you're watching, it's like I look kind of like twitchy, more like much more so than normal.
I asked, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. Why would you ask that?
You seem kind of twitchy, just a little bit more than normal.
I don't know where you would get that from. Sounds like you like read it directly from somebody else's.
All right, I was like, all right, I'll just go back doing my Tai Chi, and I tighten my fanny pack and I do more Tai Chi.
All right. So things go by, except for the kind of diverse way of keeping watch between these two. Next step, I think, is Aelith. And well, how are you guys doing? Because I know there would normally be 4 watches to get a full 8 hours. How are you guys splitting the
Oh,
time
we
up?
didn't talk about. I think we need to wake Khaldun back up at the end.
Yeah, after the third, I just need one more shift to sleep
Yeah.
and I'll back up.
Okay, so then Aelith and Zeta will take the third watch. What are you guys doing during your watch?
I'm just checking over my bow, making sure it's in good order, and we're gonna like quietly just talk to each other so we don't wake the others up. And I'm just going to say like, yeah, when we get closer back to Phandalin, like once we get past this kind of desert climb, like I'll hunt something. I know we're getting low on rations. So anyway, did I ever tell you that I named my bow? And I like showed off like I haven't really had a chance to use it that much, so it never came up. But this is Kaka.
Spelled how?
What?
How is that spelled?
Yeah, how is that spelled?
Said the two sleeping people.
CAWCAW.
All
How
one
did-
word, any hyphens or anything?
No hyphens.
Okay.
And I
That's very
explained-
in-depth questioning for someone who's asleep.
I'm taking notes, okay?
No. I explained how like when I was like a little baby ranger, like my dad made me learn to make my own bows, and I used a lot of crow feathers, which meant that I like followed them around a lot. So I got used to like the local crows or whatnot, and I got to like them, and they're like my favorite bird. So I named my bow Kaka. So yeah. Is your drum, does it have a name?
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to think of a name for it.
It doesn't have to have a name. This is just Aelith not having great interpersonal skills sometimes. This is my favorite inanimate object. It's got a name. What's yours?
As you
That's-
explain this lovely personal story, Baby's just staring at both of you over one shoulder with the pale yellow eyes.
Zeta, you've been on the road a while. Have you ever seen a bird that looks that weird?
No.
I've never seen anything like it.
Wait, what does this
I'm-
bird look like?
I sent a picture of it to the chat.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it's a weird looking bird.
I don't know many wizards. It's kind of cool though. I've known a couple of rangers who got animal companions, but nothing that looks like that.
I wonder if it sings.
Guess it depends
can
on what you define as
accompany you.
singing.
We could do a duet.
There you go. You could feature Baby in your concert.
Yeah.
Backup singer. Hey,
Isn't
if she can make more of those, you could have like a whole backup squad.
Very Disney princess-ish, right? Wait, which one sang? It was Snow White, right? Didn't she sing to birds and stuff?
Mhm.
Like there were multiple that
them
sang the
too.
birds.
Yeah, I
Think
think there's a
Cinderella
couple,
too.
right?
Aurora
Yeah.
definitely did, right? She had like a whole thing in the
Yeah.
woods.
Oh,
There
I
is
always forget about
Cinderella.
Aurora.
She's quite forgettable.
She's the best.
Didn't she like touch like a sewing machine and
Mhm.
then
And-
passed out?
Yeah, but Snow White ate an apple.
Best. Prince Philip's horse is really good. He has a really cool horse. It's like the horse in Tangled. It's got like a personality. It's like a dog horse.
I just love the animation of the classic Sleeping Beauty.
That one was Maleficent, right? Is that one?
Mhm.
Yes.
That's what
and
it's based on, yeah.
Oh,
She's
no.
Also,
pretty
her character
boss.
design is great.
Yeah.
Well, sorry
right.
for a digression.
Does anything happen during third watch?
No, you see, nope, it's pretty quiet, pretty peaceful. There's a few moments I would say that the wind really picks up and starts some sand blows in. It's almost like a more mild version of the sandstorm that you guys sat through, but nothing extreme outside of that.
All right. At the end, I wake up Khaldun again.
Okay. And I grab baby and go on watch.
Okay. The rest of the night passes on uneventfully, and the sun starts to break over the horizon. Things lighten up. As it does so, not that long after that, Deary comes back, looking kind of tired and yawns. Well, and then he comes in and finds his corner in the background. Like I think maybe Barman's back there, and he kind of like nudges Barman and to kind of like scooch over.
I scooch over, obviously.
All right. Well, Deary then lies down in his corner and rests his head down, goes to sleep.
Oh, and as I'm doing, I want to check out the books that I have.
Okay.
I'm just sort of looking through my books.
You have 3 books. As you skim through them, you identify one as a pretty clear spell book. There's a mix of spells that you understand that you can like, I don't know if understand's the right word, but you think if you studied them, you could understand them and figure out what they mean. Other ones look quite advanced that you look at them and they just seem beyond you of your capability of understanding. But there's some definite magic in here. And the effect of this is that you can transcribe 1 extra spell of each level that you are able to do in your spell book, as long as they are of divination. So you get 1 extra spell per level in your spell book.
Yeah.
Another one of the books looks like kind of a storybook, not maybe quite a storybook, but like myths, myths and legends sort of lore book. Looks like it is elven in nature. And they seem to mostly be myths about the coastal region. And the third book is a notebook of sorts. You kind of picked it out because it looked like you skimmed through it. It looked like it had some arcane symbols in it. So you just grabbed it. But it is a notebook, and it looks, the more you skim through it, roll me an Arcana check for this one.
Oh, that's gonna be good. 26.
Nice. Okay, so you spent a bit of time looking through this and very quickly realized this is a notebook specifically on how to craft a magical mask. You can find the details for the crafting of the mask itself, which seems to this seems to be a wooden mask, but you're able with that roll to decipher that the important part is that whatever material it's made out of, it has to be embedded with these slivers of a magical ore described as Amakir, and that
how's that spelled?
Amakir.
Okay.
And that in order to get the enchantment of this mask, it then has to additionally be bathed in the green flames of something called Faelsor, Faelsor. And while it's being bathed in those green flames, a illusion ritual spell has to be cast that is described in this notebook. And you decipher again, because you rolled so high, that doing all of this will give the mask a spell that would allow you to take on the appearance of any race of your choosing.
When you say that, do you mean like an illusion
It would
Or-
be an illusion, but it would be a very effective illusion.
Okay.
Uh, uh, uh.
Neat. That's exciting. So will I need to take up a certain number of hours to like, over multiple breaks to do the to get the divination spells of each level?
I'd say you could transcribe it, each of the spells, over over a short rest. But it would just be, you just get one extra spell per level of your spell casting ability.
Okay.
And you
So
can
can I
pick-
do it now?
You could do it now if you want to. Sure. Yeah, you still
Then
got
I'm gonna
active
go ahead
time.
and get those spells of like one level 1 and one level 2.
Yeah.
Or okay, one level 1 and one level.
Yeah, one level 2, and then when you're far enough along to be able to do a level 3, you can also take an extra level 3.
Dope. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna find.
Yeah, they just have to be the divination school.
Okay. Dope. Does anything else happen on my watch? I'm not
Nope.
being very
Nope.
good at
Watching. Nope, that's it.
I don't think any of us have did.
Thankfully,
actual-
nothing
any
has
watching.
happened because you would not have noticed.
Okay, is everyone else, wait, is my thing over? Is
Yep.
everyone else? Yep.
Yep, everyone else will be getting up at this point.
Can we take a quick bio break?
Yeah. Is this a good time for everyone to take a break?
Oh yeah, I need to, yeah, I can add my spells and also I need to feed my cats.
Okay, sounds good. Come back in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, back in a bit.
How was Avery tonight?
So we hung out with Abby today, which was great. And then we left around 4.
Uh-huh.
And Avery's like, this is a great time to take a solid hour nap, which meant she did not want to go to sleep this evening.
Well, just slip her a Benadryl, you know.
Yeah, that's crossed my mind. But I just told her, I was like, okay, well, mom's going to stay with you for 10 minutes and then you're going to try to sleep by yourself for 10 minutes, which she objected to profusely. But I'm like, well, this is what's going to happen.
How much does she talk nowadays? Like,
Oh.
does she like engage in full-on
Non-stop.
conversations?
Yeah. Non-stop is about the right description for that.
You know, you can give babies like a little bit of pot. Like pound for pound, babies can actually handle more pot than an adult. Like because of the surface area to volume ratio, they're more permeable. They have a much higher surface area to volume ratio. So like, I'm not saying that you should like make a baby smoke like a whole bowl, but like if a baby can have half a bowl, that's crazy.
Do you
They'll
think
be
maybe we could
Or
like
turn
go
it
to
into an
jail for this
edible.
conversation? Because it kind of feels like we should.
I'm not saying
Like I'm not a lawyer, but it feels like this should be illegal, is all I'm saying.
So what you're saying is that if we have kids, Kate is not allowed to babysit.
No, I wouldn't
Probably.
give your baby pot. I'm just saying
Should give them acid.
scientifically. I'm just saying that babies can handle 10 times as much acid as the regular adult because their whole life is like just being on acid.
Yeah, I bet
yeah, no
being a
babysitting.
kid, I bet being a kid just feels like being on acid, you know, like it's
That's
your
what I'm
first time
saying, like-
experiencing everything.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I feel like every time I see a baby, I'm like, man, you are tripping so hard. They do the stupidest shit. You're like, you see, like,
But like you look at that and you're like, you know what, I think we could make that worse, and that would be a good call.
No, babies love joy. Like it's like you know how babies can take like 2 or 3 shots. You know how you've like taken 2 or 3 shots with a baby before.
Yeah, that's. I'm concerned what you and Riley are getting up to.
Your baby's on so many drugs.
Next time you call me in the middle of like one of your weekend things, I'm gonna ask Riley if you've been giving your baby pot.
So evidently we've been doing it wrong.
Apparently.
This joke arose because one of like a friend came over and was like surprised that Riley and Ellis smoked pot, and he was like, "Do you give your baby pot?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, they get the baby pot all the time. She can handle tons of pot." And this guy was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, pound for pound, babies can handle way more pot." And I am going for like 5 to 10, like nobody stopped me, and he was being really stupid.
You know what? This is like the poor guy in the bar who was just like asking you not to be funny and you refused to stop. So I think there's just like a clear pattern here going on.
Is there medicinal marijuana in Georgia?
No,
Oh.
There's
but
no marijuana in Georgia. What are you talking
I've
about?
never heard of marijuana being. No, but it is decriminalized in Atlanta. So it's not like it's not enforced. Like you won't get arrested. The DA said that they're not prosecuting.
Gotcha.
But
Well,
the state police will still prosecute, but like they don't.
a friend of mine, she had a weed card, and I had to drive her once because her back was hurting, and like we rolled up, like they came out with like a menu. It was like a pickup too. It was like curbside pickup, and they came out with a menu. They were like, there was like a waiter there, and it was like the fanciest like drug transaction that I've ever experienced, you know. But
Yeah, I always wonder about those if they're like super like overpriced compared to like what you can get from just like, you know, a guy, like some guy.
yeah, I would definitely like to see like, you know, like price comparisons for that. But yeah. Anyways, as we've, I think, spoken too much about this topic, back to D&D.
Back to D&D. All right. Sounds good. All right. So you guys left off. It's the morning. What you want to do? Oh, by the way, as everyone wakes up, you feel like your mouth's been stuffed with cotton. You kind of like move your tongue. It's just like it's like very, very, very dry. Oh, I haven't drunk any water in quite a while.
We drink water last
I
night.
I had lots of
Well,
water.
yeah, Huntford's actually feeling fine. The rest of y'all have gone through your water skins quite a while ago, probably.
So I guess Humphrey seems fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wake up and I'm like, well, I'm not dead. So I think the Oasis water is safe to drink.
Okay, so should we all go to the Oasis and get some water?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna
I
have
just
to
had a
do that
thought.
before we go back to town anyway.
About investigating and the shapeshifters being active during the day. Do you think there's anything to the fact that the animals seem to safely remain in the buildings? Like the shapeshifters are active during the day, but they don't come into the buildings. Does that mean we'll be safe poking around a bit if we just keep to the buildings?
Maybe they haven't figured out how to open doors yet.
Or maybe they're like vampires and they can only come in if you give them permission.
It's vampires. Oh yeah, the antelope did not know what a vampire was. So
Well,
that doesn't mean it's not
antelope
vampires, to
don't
be
know what
fair.
a lot of things are.
yeah, okay. You know, in retrospect, I probably should have explained what a vampire was, but you know, it's too late now.
All right.
I mean, I think we should still be careful, but yeah, like can I turn to barman and I say, can you detect where they are again?
With my divine sense.
Yeah, that thing.
Well, do we know that's what he sensed? There's so many questions. We don't know what these things are. Are they undead?
I feel like it was a good. I feel like it's better than nothing. At least we know there's something weird
True.
underground, and we at least know where they are.
It would be good to know if the things underground are not underground anymore.
I mean, yeah, I'll use my divine sense. So,
Zombie lava.
is there zombie lava?
I mean, yeah, there's just zombie lava.
Yeah, still zombie lava.
Are they like grouped in a particular area, or like is it just like everywhere? I'm talking to you, barman.
I mean, it's kind of everywhere. It could be anywhere, everywhere. Primarily outside in the direct sunlight.
I have you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to see if I can go and gently sort of touch our antelope friend who's still in the thing. He came back, right?
Yep. He's
Okay.
snoozing in the corner over there.
All right, I'm gonna gently lay a hand on him and I am going to cast Identify, which if you touch a creature throughout casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
So you have touched an antelope, and it's just an antelope as far as you can tell.
Well,
There's something about it, but it's not.
yeah, I think you would kind of get like a
There's like a general,
necromantic magic essence, but
not like a spell. It's
Yeah.
not afflicted. It hasn't been targeted by something. It's more. It's less a spell and more just the way it is. It's a magically modified antelope.
Okay, well, I'm going to convey to the group that there's no spell or anything affecting this, that it appears to based on my identification, it seems to be a creature of necromantic magic.
You get the impression that it's not specifically targeted on account of being an antelope or a creature or anything like that. It's maybe environmental, right? It's because it's here. That's just the way it is.
Like this environment is doing that to it, or
It was born that way.
okay.
Its mom was like that, probably.
Okay, so these are just, yeah, so I convey that to the group before we do anything further.
It was just okay. Well, I guess that matches up with what it said.
I wonder if it's all connected to Adama.
Maybe. I mean, the antelope didn't know anything about Adama. It said that they never went out that way. But
I mean, maybe she has an effect on this place. Maybe she's from here originally. We don't know how old she is.
that's
We don't
true.
know when she was alive.
What are we trying to find here? Do we just want to scour the buildings and do a bit of just make sure we picked up everything of value in the town? Because if these creatures are not affected by any spell, if it's just some sort of necromantic magic that makes the mirages what they are and these antelope are what they are, is there any reason to stay?
Weren't you eager to look for some books?
Yeah, but I'm starting to think based on what we said last night, what this thing said last night, that there might not be any. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what we are looking
It
for.
didn't really know what a book was, in all fairness. It was very confused about the concept.
All right, so are we just going to scout the couple of big buildings?
Yeah, I think we should at
Try
least
it
check
out
out the farmhouse and the other one that we didn't check out. The just I think it was
Let's refill our water skins first.
Right,
yeah.
Do we want to fight the large spiders in the farmhouse?
No.
No, burn it.
I don't, Aelith, maybe we don't burn things that we don't know what's in them. Like, what if there was another set of animals in there?
Didn't the antelope say the spiders were dangerous? They're not part of this little community.
What if there's other things? You don't know. I'm just saying that maybe we don't need to burn it. We can just not go in there.
So we're not going into the house with the spiders, but we are going into the big building?
I think the big building in the farmhouse.
But which one had spiders?
The barn.
Barn.
Okay, all right.
And
it
like
sounded
the
like maybe there
antelope
were
told
pretty
me,
there.
it told me that one of the places had things in it with a mother, and that we should be careful.
It's
Like
the big
spiders?
old building,
It
I
wasn't.
believe. Yeah.
It wasn't spider. It didn't sound like it was spiders. It sounded like it was like things like it, like maybe like the
said-
dogs it mentioned.
He said he said the things that take what they, well, out of character, I'm saying I didn't hear, but he said the things that like take what they can find, which sounds like scavengers, which sounds like hyenas.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So I think we shouldn't just like go barging in. It sounds like we should
No.
scout and like be careful.
let's I guess refill our skins and then like double back to the big building and just take a look, see if there's any windows.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do like passive poking around. We're not gonna go in full investigation mode.
I think that's fair.
So y'all are gonna wander off to the oasis first.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go. to the
I
oasis.
do want to say, because we know to watch out. So I think we need to make sure we're like looking around. Like we're not just like going out there like, oh yeah, everything's fine. It's all good. I'm definitely being like, guys, keep an eye out for anything weird.
Right. So are
Head
we
on a
gonna
swivel.
If anyone sees any loved ones, it's not them.
Should we roll perception checks?
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
Okay, all right. Who has particularly good perception? Because
It's not terrible.
I do.
I actually have a good perception monitor too, so I'll do it too.
I'm 18.
22.
6.
Well,
Well, on your way to the oasis, you all perceive nothing other than two animals at the edge of the water, lapping up some water and eyeing you strangely.
They're what, strangely?
Eyeing you. They're watching.
Okay.
There's new people here.
Okay, so we go and we fill up our water skins then if we don't see anything. And drink until we're like, until we are not thirsty anymore, and then fill up our water skins, right?
I don't know.
I'm
Sounds
not
good to
gonna
me.
Others.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like a reasonable thing to do.
Okay. And then we want to go to the big building first, or the farmhouse, first?
The big building's closer, so let's check that one out.
So I guess we head to the big building, and also we're still keeping an eye out for anything we might find.
Okay, so you're headed towards a big old building. You're looking around. You still don't see any loved ones. In what manner are you going to approach this big old building? Are you gonna wander around to the front? Are you gonna
I guess we
scale the
like-
walls?
Are there any windows?
Um,
Entrances, doors?
yeah, there's some windows. You can't really see through them. They've been out here in the desert with wind, so they're pretty badly scuffed up. They're not broken. They're in relatively good shape. This building was clearly a building of some import, so it was maybe built a little bit better. There's a door on the back. Maybe a loading door or something. That's about all you can see right now.
Windows on
There's a
like,
couple of windows on the ground floor and on the upper floor.
okay. Can someone who is not me, because I have a -1 to stealth, go look in the window?
I'll do it. Nice. 23.
What are we looking for? What are we?
I just rolled stealth to look
Oh.
through the window.
I mean, they're pretty badly scuffed up from
Mm.
sand and I mean, you look in, you don't see a whole lot. It's badly obscured. You get the impression that you're looking in a back room. It could be storage, maybe. You see some tables in the middle. It looks like there's some tables along the outer or shelves, or you can't really make out what it was, but there's maybe some sorting or storage or just long tables in the middle. You're not sure what it was. But there's a room. You can't see all the way through the building.
Oh. Cal.
Hmm.
Can
Oh,
your
I'll
familiar
send it.
fly?
Yeah, that's what she's here for. Yeah. Okay, wait, so could I see from above, or I'm gonna send I guess, how does it work when you send a familiar out? One sec.
I would tell you, but I'm not familiar with the
Yeah,
I
mechanics.
think you
Oh,
rolled
boy.
the perception check with the
Don't
animal
encourage him,
stats.
if I recall.
Yeah, so I can go in like, I don't know if this is technically the right way to do it, but I'll do it the way that they did it with like Critical Role, where like I have to like put my hand on something to steady myself and my eyes go dark. And then baby flies over, and she just like kind of flies over and around the building and is looking in. I can
Oh.
have a perception for a baby.
Go for it.
I was thinking about like sending her in there.
Well, let's just start with this. See if we can find anything this way first. Okay, well, she has perception. She has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight. She's not gonna need it. So she rolled a dirty 20 for perception, flying around the building and then over it.
Well, she would have perceived through some combination of vision and or hearing that there are several creatures inside. She can't get a good count on the number or the type or anything. Again, the windows are badly obscured. There's scuffling a little bit. It seems that perhaps your presence has been noted. The scuffling appears to be kind of headed towards the outer wall in the direction which you are, but that could be coincidental also. It's not in the room that is nearest you.
Okay, so I'm gonna have baby come back and land on my shoulder, and I like my vision comes back into my eyes, and I tell them that there appear to be some sort of something inside, and it seems like it could some creatures inside. It seems like they could actually possibly be moving towards us, but it's not clear.
The demon bird told you all that.
Well, I can see through her, and she looks over at you, and she goes, bah, but she doesn't like make a noise because we're being stealthy.
Did she just whisper?
Yeah, like
I like edge behind Barman a little bit.
so do we, I mean, it seems as though we may take combat if we go in there, but how does everyone feel about that?
Let's not and say we did.
Yeah.
You're no fun.
Or we'll just let the paladin have at it.
Are we in the big old building right now?
We're outside of it.
You're
outside
outside of it. Yep.
Okay. All right.
You're kind of on the north side of it between the oasis and the big old building.
Why don't we check out the farmhouse and then we can make another decision.
We could just Leroy Jenkins this, you know.
I mean,
We could, but I really want to know.
it could be to Barman's benefit. Whatever's in there could be edible.
See, I like the way she thinks.
That just means I don't have to hunt tomorrow. You eat whatever's in there.
Do we want to eat weird, semi-translucent,
Yes.
Probably
necromantic?
not.
If you cook it, it might not be semi-translucent anymore. Who knows?
They're creatures of necromantic magic. My suspicion is that they will not be delicious.
So, honey, will you object if Barman eats the spiders?
That is an interesting question. I suppose if they're not translucent, it's fine.
So I could set it on fire and then we'll have a barbecue.
No.
I used to eat cave spiders all the time when I was a kid. They're fine.
Oh God, Barman.
There's a nice crunch.
Don't tell people that.
And the
Don't,
bigger ones, they're like gushers.
son, don't. That's not information that you should be sharing with people. That's inside head information. Just keep that internal.
I don't know how.
Yeah. Let's
So-
let's go check out the farmhouse.
We'll go to the farmhouse. Let's go to the farmhouse.
All right, so you depart the rear of the big old building. You head, I assume, in the most direct manner to the farmhouse rather than going around or in between other buildings. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, that's correct.
You make it to the street. You haven't seen any apparitions or anything of the sort to this point. You cross the street. Similarly, not seeing any such apparitions. And you approach the front of a farmhouse. It's in not the greatest condition in the world. It's a large farmhouse, maybe. It's a 2-story building, larger than other buildings, I guess, in the town that you've seen so far. There's a little porch, right? A couple of steps up and a front porch, with a door and some windows and windows on the second story as well. And that's about what you see.
Okay, I'm gonna send baby to do basically the same thing. To do another perception check around the farmhouse. So 1 second, I'll do it. Damn, baby is on fire. That is another dirty 20 for perception.
Well, there you go. So baby flies around and observes that there's windows and on the back as well, and on the side, and there is also a door in the back. Baby does not perceive the same type of movement that was perceived at the big old building. Although there are indications that there are perhaps some animals inside, but they're not moving around or making as much noise or anything there. It sounds like maybe they're snoring.
Okay, so I'm gonna have her come back to me and come back to life and tell everyone that there's sleeping animals inside. So perhaps this building we could go in if we went in stealthily.
I mean, is this like the biggest house that we've seen? Or is this
Yeah,
normal
this is a bigger house than the other houses. It's not as large as the big old building, and it's not as large as the barn. But compared to the place you were staying previously, this is a ginormous house.
maybe it has like notes or like books or something we could to go through that we could see if there's more information. Because it looks like maybe, I don't know, it was a bigger house. Maybe like wealthier people lived here in the scheme of this little town. They had books, maybe. As long as we're quiet, right? Also, we still have these charm animal spells, so
True.
I don't think we have to really worry about them.
well, if they're dogs or cheetahs, we probably do.
I think we're too big for them.
Maybe. I guess we should just be careful. But yeah, I think we should go in.
All right, let's go in. Stealthy.
I'll go first.
Oh no, you're not stealthy.
There we go. All right, barman, you approach the porch. It's a wooden porch, pretty weathered wood. You take a step on the stairs, and I will need you to roll me a stealth check. With disadvantage, probably.
Yeah, I have disadvantage on stealth rolls.
Yeah.
That was a 9.
And I'll just mention that as barman.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, yeah. I'm just saying that as this happens, I'll let Reed fish him in. But Hunford rolled me a perception check real quick.
Oh shit, that's a nat 20.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's a total it doesn't matter. I'll stop talking.
About 50, 60 feet away, you clearly see the image of Umbra starting to walk toward you.
Oh fuck. Barman's too far away. I spin and I'm just like frozen, like kind of in terror.
The
somebody
step
else notice?
creaks loudly.
I start kind of muttering under my breath that can't be. I must be. I turn back and I look to the team and I'm like, I think there's another one of those creatures.
Well, time to test the theory that they can't go inside houses without being invited. Step on inside.
All right, so Khaldun just ran past everyone into the farmhouse. Is that what I'm?
No, I mean I'm gonna usher us inside. Suggest we go inside.
I'm still kind of frozen there. Like as you see, you're like, maybe that's. And I call out, is that you, Umbra?
I reach out and grab Honey by the
She-
shoulder.
Slowly continues to walk toward you.
We're going inside.
But Ayla, that could be. I mean, I haven't seen her in years, but maybe.
There's
I'm like-
no
I
way
haven't
that's-
seen my
I look
dad
like a
in
little
while.
confused. Like I'm looking at everyone else and like looking back, like I'm not quite sure. Everything's a little foggy.
We all thought we've seen our fathers. Whatever that's not your father. Now
That's
come
a
on.
woman.
I start
Definitely not
hustling
your father.
Honey into the house. I'm like, yeah, they're 3 for 3 on explaining our
Are-
emotions. Let's go.
Are you going willingly with this, honey?
I think I'm trying to resist like a little bit. Like I'm not gonna fight them actively, but I'm not easily pulled. I'm kind of like rooted to the spot.
Okay, so roll me a strength check, Aelith, and you also roll me a strength check, honey.
Okay. Not good. Which is good. 9.
The power of fear. 19.
Okay, so as honey rooted on the spot, Aelith, you're able to get a firm lock on honey, and the adrenaline pulses through you, and what would normally be a very heavy push, you're able to pull him inside. And Huntford, you unwillingly are pulled inside the darkness of the home, and you see Umbra outside walking toward you, but in the darkness as it swallows you of the home, she fades.
This could be really dumb because we could have just locked ourselves into 2 encounters at the same time if she can come in.
I think it's like I see her fade, like I kind of like lunge for the door, like to try to get back out again.
Roll me another strength check. And is anyone doing anything as he does this?
I'll grab him.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
gonna
dropped
call
that
for
on the floor.
barman.
Okay, both of you
I'm
roll me
not rolling well.
strength
7.
Ooh, not one.
Oh.
Ooh. Aelith, did you try and
Uh,
stop it?
Okay. Shit, 8.
That's better than
Well-
me. I got 7.
A 7. Yeah, so
So Barman, unfortunately, you were the first one into the house because you were already on the steps when the rest of
You
them
saw me.
decided to enter. So you attempt to lunge for Huntford, and instead you trip and fall out of some degree of clumsiness and shock for the situation. It's humorous, but nobody laughs. Fortunately, Aelith is able to retain a firm grip on Mr. Honey and redirect his energy away from the opening of the door and block it.
I'm like I think I just sort of like sit there kind of in shock. And I'm like, I just, Aelith, I need to get outside. I think it's someone I lost, and there it's got to be her. I saw her in my dream last night, and I'm like kind of like edging toward the door as I do this. Like, I haven't seen her in years, and I think if you just let me open the door, and I go to like,
Dude, no, we know how these things operate. Whether
but
they're
what if it's
living or
what if it's different? It seems different. It's very likely that it's not the same situation that you two ran into. Like obviously it wasn't your dad.
yeah, and
But-
my dad's alive, and that wasn't him.
Well, she might be alive.
And my dad is absolutely alive, unless he tripped and fell on his own arrows. And that still wasn't him. I don't think we can trust our eyes at all in this town.
I think I'm like taking like a deep like shuddering breath, and I like sit down heavily, and
I think Cal's right. The moment we see a loved one we don't expect to see, we gotta discount that right quick.
I just
While you're discounting, barman, roll me 1d4 of oops, I fell damage. Carry on with discounting your eyes.
Of course, that's a 4.
you're I guess you're right. I guess I like shake my head like this is just things are getting really confusing. I
think we might need to be away from this place sooner than we thought. I think it's interfering with some of our rational faculties. Not just you, but all of us. Leaf was very weird about his parents possibly dying.
He was weird about that. I agree.
I'm almost sure this is part of the madness that Cal read about.
I think so too.
This has probably happened to a lot of people.
Should
You'd
we
start
stay in
seeing-
here for the day? Well, what's in here?
Yeah, I guess yeah.
I look around and
As Khaldun looks around, he notices that it is, in fact, larger than the rest of the houses, as you surmised from the outside. There are a number of gazelle and small foxes, the creatures, right? Little forest creatures and so forth, resting inside, a little bit startled, staring at you, unsure what exactly to do. You get the impression they don't exactly agree with you being there. Unlike most of the buildings in the town, this house has 2 stories, as you have also surmised, although unfortunately, as you glance for a way to get to the 2nd story, you realize that the stairs between the 1st and 2nd floor are crumbled, and all of the constituent parts and pieces are on the floor of the 1st story.
Send
Some
your
have in
weird
fact
beard.
fallen through the floorboards.
Hmm.
The lower floor where you are appears to have perhaps a kitchen in the back. You noticed a couple of the foxes skittering away in that general direction. That's also presumably where the other exit from the back of the house was that you observed with your familiar. The room you are in right now, well, next to where you're at now, you're kind of in a foyer. There's a large room next to you, which appears to be maybe a dining or an entertaining room. And then across from it on the other side, there's a bedroom of sorts, apparently. There's a wooden bed frame, which gives you that conclusion, although there's no mattress.
is there anything that looks like maybe a library or books lying about?
Not from your current vantage point.
Okay, does it look like there's anything? So the stairs are crumbled. You know what? I'm just gonna send baby up into the rafters to take a look at the 2nd floor.
Sure.
Okay.
Is it a her, a him,
Her.
a they?
Oh my
Okay.
God, you guys are gonna think I'm lying. This one's a 21. She got a nat 20 on percent. It wasn't even like technically I'm rolling advantage, but she keeps rolling really well on like the first roll.
I mean, that's fine. Baby doesn't have any problem with the lack of stairs on account of being a flying creature. She observes that there are 3 smaller rooms upstairs. The furniture is in better shape. It's intact, more so. 2 of the rooms appear to have been bedrooms on account of there are beds in them. The 3rd room has some bookshelves, maybe a study of sorts. There are some books, but they're in really poor shape. They have, of course, been exposed to this strange town and the natural elements for quite a while. Exacerbating their situation is the fact that the window on this particular room is broken a little bit. So perhaps some moisture additionally got in and has caused some rot on the spines, and they're just kind of falling apart.
Okay, I'm gonna have baby come back and tell them that there appear to be few bedrooms and some bookshelves on the upper floor. I'm not sure if it would be, I mean, you know, I'm not sure what sort of books or artifacts would be in a residential home such as this. I mean,
Looking for like one of those Minds of Moria notes. That's what we want. We want one where it's like halfway through and then like at the end it's like, oh yeah, and they're coming, and then it trails off.
drums. and beats,
That's the note I want.
drums and beats. Actually, wait, could I have had baby? Well, I mean, I could still do it now, but can she like kind of pick something up and bring it back? Is that like consistent with what familiars could do? Like she could try to pick up a book. I mean, I don't know.
How big is a
Yeah, hold on.
tutu?
She's tiny. She's
Yeah.
super small.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna assume.
You
I
might
mean,
get pieces of paper,
like how much weight can owl carry? 5 eat.
I thought you were actually typing that for just like real purposes. Like how much weight? What scientific study from nature will tell me how
No,
much weight an
no.
owl can carry?
No,
However
carrying
much a Hogwarts litter weighs.
well, actually, okay, this is interesting. Carrying capacity is determined by a strength score of 15. An owl has a strength of 3, so it could carry 45 pounds of weight. But it says, however, so this is Reddit. Reddit is helping.
I cannot believe an owl can carry 45 pounds of weight.
definitely not this one.
Oh,
This one
some
says,
big ass
however,
owls.
I mean,
something.
they do have to carry prey. So in all fairness,
Yeah.
owls do have to be able to carry like
But
bigger
what
ones.
owl's carrying a 45-pound?
it's taking down a whole dog. It's just
Yeah,
eating a dog.
That does not sound believable to me, Abby.
Okay,
I have
yeah.
seen like
Especially
They're scary. They
this
have
this one's a
big
small one
wingspans.
though. This
That's
is not,
true.
yeah.
That's true. You don't have like a big, like one of those like scary ass barn owls.
Okay, well, I'll leave it to the
This-
DM
this
to
is-
make the rule because I agree the rule as written in 5E is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like a Putu could probably carry like, I don't know,
They
5
hunt
pounds.
insects.
Okay, well then
so-
it's gonna grab a. It's gonna. I'm gonna ask baby to grab a book up there and try to bring it down.
Sure. So baby grabs one of the books that is in better condition. In the process of attempting to find one that is in better condition, proceeds to all but destroy a couple of other books in attempts, but does succeed in removing one book more or less intact and flies it back to you and drops it in your general
Could
direction.
do something real quick while you are doing all of this, right? I'm gonna have like gone over to Barman and I'm like grabbing him kind of frantically by the shoulders, and I'm like, I know they think I'm crazy, but Barman, your mother's outside.
What?
I saw her. We have to get back out there.
Hold up.
We're gonna have to roll a persuasion check now.
Well, hold on.
Hold on,
Let's play this out.
You're saying that you saw someone out there that you loved, and my mother. Were those the same people?
This isn't the point, Barman.
Oh, that's
you're missing.
entirely the point.
You're missing the lower your voice. They all think I'm crazy. I'm just telling you that we have to get back outside. I had a dream about her last night. She was in this cavern and there was something weird, some weird necklace. And we have to get out there. I need to ask some questions. I'm like frantically like clutching about it. Like I don't look entirely sane. Like there's like a like weird like wildness to my eyes.
Maybe that oasis water wasn't okay to drink.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. We all drank it.
Barman, you're just missing the point.
I'll humor you, old man.
So you'll help me get out.
I'll go out.
What the fuck?
Do I
I've been
notice
rolling
this?
so well tonight. What could go wrong?
Oh God. You can't let you go out there alone. That she wouldn't want that. She wouldn't want me to let you do that.
Oh no.
Was
Does
did
anyone
she
notice
like you?
You're
Like, did she
welcome
be
to
happy to
roll
see
a perception check.
No one really likes me, Barman.
That's very true.
Unfred, please roll a stealth check.
Okay. This will be bad.
Let's hope it is.
That is a what's my dex score?
Eight.
That's a 1.
Oh, thank God.
Everyone can hear what's on.
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
They're all staring
Alright.
at you.
Yeah, everyone has a passive perception higher than that.
Oh my God. How do we?
Marvin, God damn it.
What?
Okay, so
He's clearly in
as-
no shape to go out there.
I look around in shock, total shock that anyone has heard this conversation. What? How did you all hear me?
Yeah, as I'm like looking at the book, I'm looking at. I go over to Aelith and I say, "Okay, so whatever has affected the water, it is apparent has affected. It seems that there could be a possible connection between our geriatric friend's madness and the water, which we all drank. So, does that not lead to the conclusion that perhaps we might be wanting to move before it starts doing the same thing to us?"
Yeah, we might not be able to afford to wait till night. We might need to go now.
By the way, what does my book look like? Can I look at it?
Oh, well, the cover is in poor shape, so you open it up and it says The Legend of Sleeping Beauty.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm like, interesting, maybe later, and put it in my pack. Say, perhaps we should go out the back door and ask Umbra to follow us as we
Look
leave
at you with the most disdain that you've ever seen. That does not make any sense. We need to talk to her.
I think that perhaps your friend would follow us. And does anyone have how much does, just out of curiosity, not as Khaldun, how much does honey weigh?
I don't actually know.
That's a very impolite question.
Yeah,
Kate.
come on, man. It's like asking me how old I am. I don't know. I mean, dwarves weigh a lot, so it's like what, like at least like mid 250s, right?
Especially
Okay,
with all
so
the
we-
armor.
Yeah, it's
So-
probably like 300 pounds.
Remember that time we tried to pick up Barman?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
So I should not cast sleep on him and we just carry him out of here.
Probably not, but I got 50 feet of rope.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We can-
I think that we need to, well, let's try the peaceful way first. Humphrey, you know, I have nothing but respect for you and
Excuse me. Sorry. Oh,
but I think that perhaps it's time to reorient. We're in a very critical situation here, and what we saw there, I think, is not real. And if you need to just take a minute and get a hold of yourself, I think we should go ahead.
I have a hold of myself. I'm totally fine.
I'm looking at Aelith like, should we just? I mean,
I just want to go outside. That's all I'm asking. I just want to go outside.
we are going to go outside. We're going to go out the
Well,
back
then we're
door.
fine.
We're going
I
to go out the
say.
back door and leave. How does that sound?
Zeta, do you have any charming spells?
I don't think so. I think she only has the only we just a break character for a minute. so I
Oh, you know
think
what?
the
I
ones
can-
that we go ahead, go ahead. I didn't mean to.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I do have another. It would burn I think it would burn a second level spell slot, but I could do suggestion. And if you failed a wisdom saving throw, you would have to describe the action, do the action I suggest to the best of your ability. Do you think that I should try that?
I don't know. I almost feel like we should just head out there anyway. So don't even bother to stop Honey. Like, obviously not leave Honey, but like we just charge out. Because something tells me we're finding our way out of here one way or the other. Because even if we leave the town without encountering it, we might encounter it outside the town like we did before. So I don't want you to burn a spell slot.
Okay.
Also, my wisdom save is really high.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we should at least maybe I guess so. Do you want to just do, I mean, I'm like whispering to Aelith. I mean, should we just humor the old man and then have to kill it if we have to kill it?
We could do that, or we could just head out of town, maybe tie Honey to Barman or something. So he can't run off.
Hmm.
I think while y'all are talking, I just walk out the front door.
Okay, well, here we go. I'm just gonna follow him out the front door so that we're
Enough talk.
I'm
All
on his
right,
heels, obviously, because I've been
um,
waiting for him to move.
Well, then that's gonna be unfortunate. I'm gonna need y'all to roll initiative.
I'm sorry, guys.
Ugh.
And also, I'm pretty
Is
sure
it the
that
roll? Sorry, it's the roll plus anything.
So it's mine, or it's plus your dex mod.
Okay.
So
4. These new dice are not doing well for me.
Oh man.
so
You buy
on
new
the
ones.
on the porch we have Barman and Huntfred standing at the top of the stairs, yeah, and the rest of
Yeah.
you kind of clamoring to follow them, more or less, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Huntfred, what you observe now standing at the top of the stairs, roughly 6 or 7 feet away from you at the bottom of the stairs waiting for you are 4
oh my god.
creatures, all of whom look the same.
Like,
Okay. I
Umbra.
rolled a
Like
21
Umbra.
for initiative. by the way.
I grab Barman's arm and I'm like, do you see?
Well, at least 3 of them are not her.
Okay, I think that's the episode title.
Three of them are not her.
I look really confused when you say that.
That is very funny.
They outstretch their arms to you, Mr. Huntfred, and beckon. Come here, Huntfred, you hear in your mind.
And I will also point out for you, Barman, Yes, that does indeed look a lot like your mother as you remember her. Sorry, yeah.
So, yeah, one and the same. You've made the connection in your brain.
Okay.
I look at Humphrey and I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
So many levels. What the fuck?
I'm looking kind of confused. And I'm like, that's it. There can't be four. That doesn't make sense. That's
We'll talk about this later.
Dun dun dun.
What's
So you're
wrong?
standing there.
What's wrong, Hamby?
I'm gonna I'm kind of confused, and I'm like backing up against the porch wall because I'm just like I don't know how to this is a lot of information to process at once. My addled brain is not doing well, so I think that's the extent of my action. I'm not gonna go towards the creatures because something is clearly off, but it also I'm not gonna attack them either because I don't understand what's going on.
Hold on, I have okay, and as you back up out of confusion, they all fade from sight.
Where did they go? Umbra, come back. Where are you?
It's not Umbra, honey.
She was right here though, Aelith. I spin.
It's no more her than it was my dad or Cal's mentor. They're literally plucking these people out of our heads on purpose to make you confused and conflicted and keep you from fighting back. They're not going to show up as your greatest enemy.
He's totally crazy bones. Some DM messaged him over the break. God damn it. Some DM told him to act like this. You sneaky motherfuckers.
So I think right now until something attacks me, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just kind of you just sort of see me shaking and not quite sure what to do. I'm back against the wall, just confused, and I'm looking kind of at Barman for support. That was her, right? That was her.
Probably not.
Wait, say hi, Hamby.
Hi, Hamby.
Could you guys see his face at all?
No.
Nope. I just saw
See
his butt.
Boy.
Cat butt. Do you want us to read initiative rules?
Well, there's nothing happening right now. What do you?
Well, whose turn is it? Who was first initiative? I guess they all went. Who was after they went disappeared? Who's next in initiative?
We're not in a
Oh, it's
battle
not a fight right now.
scenario.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, because they just disappeared.
yeah.
Armin, what are you doing?
I think I'm just looking around.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to say, I'm going to point in the direction of out of town. And I'm going to say, oh my God, was that her? I thought I saw her. Aelith, did you see that?
I
Umbra.
spin frantically.
In the direction
Where?
In the direction of out of town. I think I saw her running very far in the direction of out of town.
The direction of out. That's not a direction.
I'm pointing whichever is the direction that is out of town.
I take a couple of steps forward, trying to peer and see if I can so I'm gonna walk down the steps and see if I can look further.
No,
I'm
I'm gonna send baby over in that direction. I'm gonna send baby just off into the sky, and my eyes will go black, and then I'll come back to myself and I'll say, she sees them. She sees her.
Hunfred is on the top step now.
She sees her.
Then we have to go, and I take off.
Wait. I grab Humphrey.
Take off at what? Okay,
But
you're on
if
the bottom
she's-
step now.
If she's there, I have to go.
I pull back with my full weight on
Strength
back
saving
onto the porch.
throws. Yay. All
No
right.
more strength. So, okay. I'm really not doing well on these strength rolls. 9.
Oh, thank God.
14.
God damn,
All
every
right.
single time.
You manage to pull back with such a force that you knock Hunfred on his back on the stairs.
It probably
Which
means he's on me.
stops him from departing.
What's
the
wrong
bottom-
with you?
bottom
What's,
step.
we have to go.
As
Barman,
soon
barman,
as we
help.
step
Pile on the
off this
steps now.
porch, we're going to get attacked again. We've got to be ready to run and fight. You cannot go off this porch by yourself.
Okay, so we'll all go. When baby scouted, Umbra spoke to her, and Umbra said that she was heading to Phandalin.
She wouldn't speak to your demon bird.
She said, I know that you can hear me. Tell my beloved Hunfred that
I
I'm
believe Hunfred
heading,
has now made it back to his feet.
tell my beloved Hunfred that I await him in Phandalin.
I'm squinting at you suspiciously. That doesn't sound like what she would say.
Well, it's not an exact translation. Baby is sort of bad at telephone.
What's a telephone?
Cannon, I invented it. I invented the telephone. I just thought of it just now.
I kind of like shake you off irritably. You guys are acting very strangely, just very strangely. But we need to go. We can't just sit here all day.
Yes. I turn to Aelith and Leaf and Zeta. I'm looking at them like, shall we just try to move out of town as fast as we can?
I almost feel like we're fighting no matter what.
None of the animals in the house are big enough to ride, are they?
Should we just run? Should we just sprint and see if we can do it?
But even if we get out,
there are 2 gazelle.
Definitely would break them if Barman tried to sit on them.
Oh, you're
not
one to
enough
talk.
animal friendship to get them to carry all of us.
Okay, I think that somebody needs to
Loki,
get.
what do you
I'm whispering to Aelith and I'm just gonna whisper to Aelith for the moment, and I'm gonna say, I think that it would be a good time before we step off this porch to secure our odoriferous cotton ball smelling friend.
All right. Zeta. You think you got a song for this? Just before we get ready to get back on the road, a song for this? Wink.
What's a good running song? Oh, I know.
Born to Run.
On the road again.
That's more a meandering song.
I'm gonna really rudely grab her by the arm, pull her close to Cal and I, and tell her really quiet, cast suggestion on this motherfucker, and then let's just sit on him.
Oh, okay. I cast suggestion. How do I do that?
All right. So I think we've already prepared it. All right. So you suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or 2 and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Yada, yada, yada. You can't tell them to kill themselves. The target must make a wisdom savings throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action described to the best of its ability. All right, you got to tell this person. So you got to, all right, you got to get within 30 feet of range, and then you got to verbally tell them what to do.
But remember, he has a very high wisdom save.
I've been rolling badly tonight, so fingers crossed. But it stays bad.
So you just got to basically tell them what to do.
You
do you want me to do? Tell him to sit down, lie down.
Oh.
What do you think, you guys? Should we just stick to the original plan and stay put until the evening?
Well, but the problem is that if it was the water, we could be mad by evening.
True.
So my suggestion is that we get out of town as fast as we can.
All right, so maybe all we have to do is just suggest to Honey that it's not Umbra, it's a shape-shifting creature out to kill us.
Well, I think it has to be an action.
Wow.
We can tell him to suggest to like ignore that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
To-
tell him to ignore that and then run with us. How
But
about
then
that?
also, if we get into combat, he won't fight.
So maybe just
True.
suggest he just follow us.
Anyone seen Death Note? I feel like this sounds.
Yes.
Given-
Yeah.
Given the stress,
Yeah.
though, you probably need to make a decision soon because
Yeah, I think I can hear you, and I'm kind of like, why are you guys talking about me? Like, I'm not here. Like, I'm right here, and we need to go.
Just tell him to follow us. Just tell him to follow us.
All right,
Yeah.
No matter what happens, that he should follow us.
Hannaford,
Yeah.
no matter what happens, I suggest you follow us.
So polite.
Or
Okay.
else.
Or
I mean,
else.
it's Sita, of course.
Oh,
just-
guys, I
All
have
right.
bad news.
Oh,
no.
no.
I rolled an 18 and I have a +6 modifier. So
All
unless,
right, what does
unless your
it say?
DC is 24.
All right. 1 second. I'm reading the spell. All right. Yeah. This spell did not work.
Who has a
Aelith
rope? Who has a rope?
menacingly pulls out the 50 feet of rope.
Oh, thank God.
What do you think you're gonna do with that?
It's
I
like the
say,
carrot
like
and the
backing
stick.
up, like I'm backing down the steps.
let's just have 'em.
Well, if you back down the steps,
Yeah, I know.
you're on the ground now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
God.
aware of what I'm doing. I'm just
Yep,
still doing it.
I'm narrating it for
All right.
clarity. Okay. That's what's your armor class?
Me?
Oh fuck, it doesn't even matter.
Okay.
So I assume, yeah, okay. I need more d6s.
So if it's over 13, then yes.
Well, that good news is that was going from 10. Okay, so 10 hit points of damage.
Hold on, can I see this thing that's about to hit him?
Yeah, I think
Like,
as it
did-
attacks, it can't. You can see it.
Yeah, this one has emerged from its invisibility and taken an attack of opportunity.
So can I use? So I have one of my feats is fighting style protection. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield, and I have a shield.
Yeah, I'm
So,
gonna
I don't
say
know.
it's not 5 feet. It's not
I
within
thought I
that
was
5
like-
foot.
I thought I was right next to Honey.
Well, you were until he started heading down the steps. So, yep. So 12 hit points of damage. And I need to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
And the reason why it hurts so much has a lot to do with a natural 20. I apologize.
That's a 15.
There you go. So that one didn't phase you. All right.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna like shout kind of angrily. Be like, what was that? I'm assuming I can see it now, right?
You could see it when it attacked you, and now if you want to see it, you're gonna have to roll a d20.
So I see like a flash of like this person that I know attacking me, and now they're gone.
Yep.
Okay.
You can roll a perception check if you want to try and see that one again.
That's a nat one.
Oh well, you can't see it.
Are we back in initiative at this?
If we want to fight, sure.
I mean, I think if they're attacking, then you're back in initiative regardless.
Do we have
Yep.
to re-roll initiative?
No, I think it's
No, the
same.
initiatives you had before will definitely work for this. Let me doodle that somewhere over here. Hunfred, what was yours?
10.
10. Good. Aelith.
6.
6.
Oh,
Barman.
boy.
I think it was a 4 or a 5. I don't remember.
You can re-roll it if you don't remember.
That one.
Okay, there you go.
So, so I guess I
Well,
can't
just
stick with a
say
four.
it was a 4 or a 5. All right, leave.
I forgot. I'm gonna re-roll. Okay.
Go for it. Anyone else forget? You
You
can re-roll it.
I'm not sure if this is a 9 or 6. I think it's a 9. It's a 9. Okay.
Looks like a 9. Yeah. Go for
Okay.
it. Caldoon.
I got a 21.
Plus your initiative. bonus?
Plus initiative. Yeah, this is rolling for initiative.
Oh,
Which is your dexterity modifier.
oh, I got a 12 then. Okay.
There you go. Awesome. Zeta.
16.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Barman, did you put your initiative modifier on yours?
Yeah, I think I rolled a 4 plus my dex mod was a 1, so it would have been a 5.
Sounds good to me. All right. In that case, Caldoon, you are up.
Okay, am I rolling perception?
If you'd like to.
Yeah.
It's probably a good idea.
Let's see what that is.
Oh, before can we get the X's so we know where we are, if possible? DM 2 out of 2.
Sure, we will
Oh, we're stars now. Nice.
yeah, you could be stars today. Actually, let's go ahead and just assume the rest of y'all managed to walk through the door while you were having those conversations. There's Hunfred. There's Aelith.
Mhm.
The rest of y'all are up here. We'll add letters and names as necessary.
And the enemies are coming from the left, right?
They're down here. Yep, at the bottom of these stairs somewhere. Presumably, that's the last place you saw them.
Oh, hey, sweetie.
Oh, hey, sweetie. Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
sorry.
No, I know. It's just funnier that way.
Oi. Stop. Sorry.
Is that a cat rubbing on a microphone?
Yeah, he's trying to get fed his late night
Oh.
snack.
Hamby loves D&D. For some reason, just like me sitting here playing, he always comes up and sits on my lap.
That's Loki's doing the same thing.
He
right
knows
now.
how great it is.
He's on my lap and he wants to listen. Every time I talk into a camera, though, he's just like, "I would like to be involved in this."
What does your dogs do?
Well, that's true.
Well, you saw
Oh,
Maro usually
Yep,
like sits on the
Mario's
couch.
curled up on the couch behind me.
She's always there.
Yeah.
Every weekend.
That's where she lives, about
And-
22 hours out of the day.
Zuko's where he always lives, which is on the landing of the stairs over here.
Oh, he's like guarding. He's guarding it.
Making sure Avery's okay.
We'll go with that. She's actually just lazy and old.
I
He
think
doesn't like
he's
going
lived in
up the
that
stairs
spot
anymore.
for the past 6 years.
How old is he?
Oh, let's not go
11?
there.
he
That's
11
just
now?
depressing now.
He's 11. He's such an old man.
Yeah.
Zuko
Yeah, I
Senior.
mean, we got him in 2011 and he was, yeah, so
then-
he's pushing 12 now.
Oh wow! So you got him right around law school,
You got him right before law school.
Yep.
Yep.
right before law school.
Yep. The summer before law school.
That was her emotional support animal through law school.
Not
Yeah, we
wrong.
needed that, right? Anyway, sorry for the digression again.
Anyway, where Caldoon, did you
I
want to try
rolled
and
it.
see them?
I rolled I rolled 14 plus my modifier, so 19.
You see none of them.
at 19, I see none of them.
Yeah, bad news bears. They get a plus
Mm.
6 for hiding.
Okay, then I'm just gonna hold my attack until I see one of them. I'm holding a spell.
All right, so which one of these stars do you want to be?
Just one of the ones towards the back.
Sure.
Which spell do you have held? Just curious.
Sleep.
Okay. So
All
that'll be-
right, next up. We have one of the shadows, and the shadow has done a thing. Okay, and then we have another shadow. Nope, now we have Zeta. It is your turn, Zeta. Would you like to try and see them?
Yes. All right, I rolled a 10.
You also cannot see them. Yay.
You can hold an action if you want to.
Okay, I'll hold an attack.
Oh wait, shit. You know what? I'm so sorry, but can I say that I'm not holding sleep because I would know that these things are probably undead and I shouldn't. And apparently I'm reading it, sleep doesn't affect undead, and I think they might be undead. So can I not be holding sleep?
Sure.
Okay. I'll be holding magic missile instead.
Good choice. Always a favorite. Boopity boop. And let's see, one of the creatures took a turn. Okay, cool. Leaf.
I'm gonna move in front of Zeta and Khaldun
Bum, bum,
and
bum.
serve as the obligatory meat shield. And then I'm going to, oh, I have to see if I can see them, right? Okay, 1 second.
I mean, if you want to.
All right, I rolled a, okay, 1 second, perception. I rolled a 21.
Ooh. That's pretty cool. You can see one of them.
Where are they?
So yeah, the one you see is right about here.
About how far is that?
This is going to be about 20 feet from the bottom of the step.
All right, I'm gonna tell everyone there's wait, I'm gonna do north, south, east, and west. So would this be southeast? then?
It's a southwesterly direction.
Southwest. Okay. I'm gonna tell people, I'm gonna tell the gang there's one shadow enemy in the southwest quadrant to where we are. And I'm going to, let's see. Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh shit. I'm gonna see if my darts can do this. And they're about 20 feet, right?
Yep, it's about 20 feet.
Oh, just about. All right, perfect, perfect. All right. I'm gonna throw a dart at them. And the range is 20/60. So I guess it's 20 feet, right? Yeah.
Yep, yeah, we'll give it to you.
All right. All right. So I'm
We'll
gonna
say it's
roll
19 feet away precisely.
19 feet away. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna roll an attack. 14 plus 5. All right, I got a 19.
It hit.
All right, I'm gonna roll a 1d4 plus. Okay. I got a 1 plus 3, so I got 4 damage.
All right. Let me math.
Do we
for
see
a
the
sec.
creature whenever it gets hit? Do we see it? Does it become visible whenever it gets hit?
You said no because you couldn't hear that.
No, no. Give me 2 seconds real quickly.
I'm just gonna research the answer to that question real quick because I don't actually know.
Oh, I see a cat.
Yeah, he's very excited.
I want to see him. Is he
He
there?
just keeps, he does the thing he does,
Now,
he's doing Kate, where he
while
gets up and turns
while
around.
while she is
Oh.
researching that, something else happened because they have watched what you did and they have learned. So, upon Leaf's attack, another creature suddenly appears and attacks Hunfred.
So if you're holding an attack, you should be able
Yeah.
to.
I can see it, right? So then,
You can all see it.
so after it attacks,
Okay.
I'll unleash my attack on it.
Yep. Presently, Hunfred, what is your armor class?
Is 13.
Okay, that hit. And 7 hit points of damage.
Okay.
Hunfred, are you dead?
Yep, actually that takes me out.
And well, there you
Whoa,
go.
shit. Do we have anything for that? Do we have like? Oh, I guess Zeta can heal Hunfred, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
She can still do healing word.
I don't know. I think like, sorry, just Googling. I think if someone successfully hits you while they're hidden, I think everyone would be able to see you at that
I think
point.
anyone can see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That
Okay.
works. We'll call it good. So you can see 2 of them.
Wait, why did
Everybody can.
Hunfred have such low hit points? What happened? Did I
Some
miss
like
something?
cleric.
They just attack. Like the first attack was really high, right? Like 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the first deck was 12 damage, and I only have 18 hit points, so pretty much any time, any second hit was gonna knock me out.
And I think Aelith can also heal too, right? Doesn't she have healing?
I have
Embarment.
cure wounds.
Who had an attack prepped for?
I have an attack prepped.
All right.
I'm gonna unleash, and it's magic missile.
Okay.
Is there? Oh, there's no like thing to strike.
Correct. Yep.
So I have 3.
Well, there's 2 invisible, right? Am I missing her?
There are 2. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was confused. So she said there's nothing to
I think
strike.
she was saying there's no like attack roll.
Yeah.
Got it.
There's no attack roll.
Right.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's
right.
just a magic-y swoop de swoop.
Okay. I'm going to just send all of my attacks to one of them, whichever one is closest to the party.
Someone at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, I'll send them all to the one that's at the bottom of the stairs. I'm just gonna cast it at first level. So 3d4 plus 1.
For each missile, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
No, it's a total of 3d4, right?
But I think plus 1 for each missile.
yeah. Yeah, it's plus 1 for each missile. So let's see. 5.
Need some battle music.
I know. I've been trying to figure out how to do music for this stuff in general, but we haven't figured out a way that we like doing it.
Okay, so I go ahead and I cast magic missile and hit that one for 11 points of damage.
Sounds good. Swoop swoop. All right, and that brings us
Didn't
to
Zeta have an attack she was holding too?
Well, we better hope not, because Zeta needs to heal you.
Yeah. We'll save her
Well, she had,
action
she was
for-
But she
holding.
was
an
holding
attack.
Yeah, if she was
Oh,
holding an
oh.
attack, then that's
Yeah, she said she was holding an attack.
So if she's holding an attack, can she still act a separate action next turn?
Once it's her
Oh,
turn, yeah.
yeah on her next turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So did you want to, or were you holding that attack for something else?
We can hold that attack for something else. Like one of us are down. Like
Why would you hold it for something else?
No. The only option
have-
she
Yeah,
can attack.
you have to attack.
oh, we have to attack. Okay. All right.
Well,
all right.
like, it's not she
Well-
has to, but she
Well, you don't have
should.
to attack something, but yeah, I mean, I guess you could choose not to, but there's no reason to not.
There's no
Okay.
reason not to, because it won't give her an extra turn or anything. She has to either
Well,
attack.
and so this for the reason not to be would be what your defined trigger is. So when you're holding an action, it's okay.
Uh-huh.
So you could have held your action for the first one to reappear. You could have held your action for the second one to reappear. You could have held your action for the first one to attack next, right? So we haven't been defining what that trigger is. But that's
What was your trigger, Zeta? My
Yeah.
trigger is always just whenever I can see one.
I think she's I think what we said was until something attacks her or something like that.
I'm just saying that we'd be throwing away an attack for
Yeah.
no reason.
Okay,
why would-
well,
why
we can
would we
just
do
change
that?
it. We
Well,
can
but
change it.
it
Sorry.
it's a philosophical discussion, right? We're not going to say strictly you have to declare what
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is, right?
Okay.
The other ones could appear, you don't know, right?
That's
But
true. That's true.
the ones on our side, they have specific triggers, right? So that's not random. That's just so that it's fair to you all. But I'm not going to make you strictly define your trigger because I think that slows down the pace of it. So
All right, we can do you want to attack?
Sure.
go for it.
And what it should be like +5, whatever you're attacking with. Or oh, it's right here.
And are you attacking the first one that became visible?
Here, give me 1 second. So let's attack with, do you want a dagger, your crossbow? Do you want to do it with your crossbow?
Crossbow.
Yeah. you wanna do a crossbow? All right, so you're gonna, did you roll?
Mhm.
It's a 14, so you're gonna +4. So you get
Okay,
18,
18 with my crossbow.
That hit.
and then you're gonna
It hit.
roll,
Which of the two are you attacking?
Oh, which one?
Here, I can just roll it for you. Roll 1d8. 6.
Oh.
+2.
Which one should I attack?
The one that we can see closest to the stairway.
Okay, yeah, the closest one.
So total of 8.
That was 8 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
Sharpshooter Zeta.
Describe your bloodbath.
Headshot. Do it.
Yeah, a headshot. Clean.
As clean as it's gonna get. And the thing disappears.
Woohoo! Nice.
Poof
Probably good
spoofle.
that I didn't see that.
Yeah, yeah, probably good. But
Barman did.
I was gonna say, Barman, you could roll me a DC, or sorry, a intelligence saving throw for that. You just saw your mother get shot in the head.
Intelligence.
Hmm.
Well, my modifier is 0, but I rolled a 19.
Great.
So-
Okay, so
That's
through it all, you're like, I know this is not my mother. I know this is not my mother, and you managed to pull through. Okay.
Well, I just keep repeating that to myself. It's not my mother. It's not my mother. It's not my mother.
all right, honey. I'm gonna need you to roll a saving throw against your death.
Oh, thank God. That's a 16.
Oh, there you go. That's beautiful. Aelith,
Mm.
you're up.
All right. I knock an arrow and I want to cast Hail of Thorns against the. Wait, I have to check.
What
See
does
if I
Hail of
see him.
Thorns do?
Wait, is the one further out, like at 19 feet away, is it visible still?
We're gonna go with yes for now.
Okay, then I cast Hail of Thorns.
You wanna read that to us?
The next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, this spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
Dope.
That's awesome.
I have it
Mhm.
in the
One of my
chat
favorites.
for DMs
Yeah, I
if
saw
you
that.
need it.
Is that a bonus action or is that an action?
It's one bonus action.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. So you can take an action.
Yeah, you can do that and you can then hit something.
Mhm.
So I just roll a regular attack roll to see if it hits. Mm. Mm. 9.
Ooh.
Fuck.
That did not hit.
Damn it.
What's
Okay.
what's the duration?
Up to 1
Um,
minute.
Up to 1 minute. Okay.
Is this a new spell?
No, I mean, me pulling it out. I have literally had this card ready for like 3 sessions, but I can never hit. Can never get the right attack roll.
Gotcha.
It's fair.
Oh, one day you're gonna get it. It's gonna be glorious.
All right. And Barman, you're up.
All right. So I'm gonna use my divine sense to see these bastards. Any of them within 60 feet.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh.
is that one at the bottom of the steps within 10 feet?
Sure. We'll call that within 10 feet. of you.
All right. So I'm gonna channel my divinity and issue a vow of enmity. Because it's a bonus action. I can utter a vow of enmity against a creature within 10 feet. Using my channel divinity, you gain advantage on attack rolls against the creature for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points.
Oh wow.
Sounds good.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool spell.
There you go. All right. We are back to Khaldun.
Okay, I
But
forgot.
wait, just curious, was that a bonus action or an action for? Oh, I guess you did the 2 because you did channel divinity and the other one. Okay, sorry, just checking.
Yep. Yeah. He used them both.
I forgot to last time roll initiative for baby, but actually baby can like join the battle. So I rolled initiative for her, and her number was 12.
Let me scribble that down.
What is your weird horror bird gonna do?
Well, she has.
Well, we're about to find out.
He's
she
gonna
has
poop on
advantage
him.
She has advantage on perception rolls.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think that I can use that. So I'm just going to, I guess I'll roll perception for myself right now. Nat 20, baby.
What?
Which is for what? +5, so 25.
All right. So you can see the one that is currently visible and the one next to it.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and cast I'm gonna go ahead and cast Burning Hands at them. So each creature within a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. And by the way, I'm casting Burning Hands at 2nd level. So both of them have to make dexterity saving throws.
Within how far?
They're within a 15-foot cone. So I cast it. I guess if I have to move up, I will, to be within 15 feet of them.
You're going to have to step off the steps to get
Okay.
within 15 feet.
All right.
Just checking, couldn't she also move to the edge of the porch and also be within 15 feet?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, could be.
Okay.
Just
then
as an
I'm gonna-
option.
Okay, yeah, I'd do that. I'll move to the edge of the porch and I'm gonna cast Burning Hands on them at 2nd level.
All right.
So do they
Oops.
dexterity saving throws?
So, hold on. So burning. I need to go look that one up just a second. Doo-doo-doo.
I think it's in the chat.
Oh
A
man,
creature takes 3d6
Leon,
fire
Leon's
damage on a
like
failed
the
save.
MVP right now
Yeah,
because
this
he's
is
like
great.
posting all these in.
This is super helpful.
Yep.
Here, I'm gonna post a higher level one too. one
There you
second.
go. Burning
Okay,
hands.
And the
Okay.
dex saving throw would be, what would be the DC for that?
Dex is 15.
Yep. So we will do. All right. So one of them beat it. One of them didn't.
Okay, so one of them is going to take half damage and one of them will take full damage. And it's going to be, because I cast it at second level, it's going to be 4d6 of damage. So one sec.
Nice.
I don't know if I do a separate d6 for each one or if
No,
I
I
just,
think it's the full 4d6. Yeah,
Okay.
and then it's just that and then half.
Some good wizard shit.
Yeah.
holy shit.
Oh no.
I rolled 3 ones
Oh
no.
my
and a
god.
3. That is so infuriating. That is such a powerful spell. So one takes 5 and I guess the other one takes 2. That fucking sucks.
Oh
man.
my god, that does suck.
Oh,
Oh my
boy.
god. I'm sorry, that really sucks.
A DM 2 out of 2. Quick question.
Yep.
Who goes after Zeta?
Hold on just a moment. I'm actually going to put
Oh, sorry.
numbers on these for clarity's sake, because as they move in and out, it's getting tricky. And I'm just going to put this. This is not where it is. This is just where I'm hiding extra numbers. Anyway, question was who's after Zeta? Correct? On your team, it is you. In reality, it is not you. It is 2 of the creatures. Does that answer your inquiry?
Oh, what was that? Sorry.
After Zeta is you on your
Okay.
team, but between Zeta and you are 2 of the monsters.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Yay. All right. So that was Khaldun.
Yeah, we should totally get some Final Fantasy music for this.
I know, we just haven't figured out how to like put the music.
Yeah, Zoom
we
kind
have-
of sucks. It's a mess.
I bet you Discord. I bet you Discord can do it easy.
We can
Of
just do
course,
our own music.
Discord's always your answer, right?
I mean, it's the best possible.
All right.
I
This
just don't know.
I sent you a
Alright,
link,
so-
Nikki. Take a look at that. After the game,
Okay, so
obviously.
going away, and do a thing, okay. We're gonna change this number. Good. And then it is Zeta's turn.
Perception throw is 20.
20. You can only see the one that was previously visible because it was hit.
Oh, but Honey is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I need to cast Healing Word on Honey. And I'll sing Lean on Me.
Does that require touch, or can you just sing it at him, or how
I
does
think
that
it's
work?
just words.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me
Healing
double
Word.
It's a
check.
good one.
Healing words 5e. All right, it's verbal and instantaneous.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Okay, it
just sing at
regains
him.
1d4 plus your spell casting ability modifier. And I think for a bard, what is that for a bard?
That's the charisma bonus.
Charisma. Okay. Okay. Well, one second. There's a higher level. When you cast a spell using a spell slot for. Oh, we're not using that. Okay. All right. So it's 1d4 plus your charisma modifier. Do you want me to roll 1d4 for you?
Yeah, can you roll it for me?
Yeah. Here, I'll just roll it over here. Oh, you rolled a 3, and what's your charisma modifier? It should be that little bubble under charisma. on your left.
Oh, okay. 5, so 8.
Okay. So Huntford should get 8. Oh, Huntford should get 8 HP back.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
And then did you want to do the
Oh yeah, and I want to do Bardic Inspiration on Leaf. You got this.
and for a level 3 Bardic Inspiration, we can use that on the attack damage roll now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice when everyone levels up, you know.
All right, which means now we have some monstery monsters. Very good, and you can no longer see any of them. All right, which leaves us with Leaf. You're up.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Whoa. All right, I'm gonna roll my perception is a 2. I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19, which means what you see is that in the immediate vicinity, they are no longer there, but it appears you see one rounding the corner, the northeastern corner of the barn.
Can you
Here,
draw that
let
for
me
me?
share a different screen with you. Just a moment. Stop sharing that. Start sharing something else. All right. So what you see here is boop. It's disappearing around the corner of the barn.
All right, I'm gonna tell the group there is a shadow thingy that's rounding the northeastern corner of the barn. Maybe it's trying to flank us or something.
Wait. So, okay. So
So-
we're on the farmhouse steps at the front.
Yep.
Oh, we're the farmhouse? Oh, I thought we were at the barn. Sorry, never mind. So yeah, it's pretty far away, it would appear. How many feet would that be? DM 2 out of 2.
70 feet.
All right, I can't hit it with anything. I'm going to just hold my attack until something happens. General, if something happens.
Sounds good.
Yep, and I think I end my turn.
Yep, that's Leaf's turn, which means Mr. Honey, welcome back.
What about Kate's bird?
Oh yeah, you actually have the same. Good point. Baby.
Okay, I'm just gonna send baby out like to just do a sweep in the direction of the barn, and she's gonna roll perception to see which one she could see.
Beautiful.
Okay. Okay, she has advantage. Okay, that's not as bad, but it's not great. I don't know if she's gonna see anything. I don't know. I started rolling really badly whenever it actually matters. But I don't think she gets any sort of modifier. Well,
gotta have some
what is
kind of
perception? Is perception
Wisdom.
wisdom? Okay, so she gets a +1. So she rolled, so she can 15.
No, she only sees the dead one,
Okay.
or where the dead one was. It's just kind of a pile of soot, shadowy soot now. Yep. But she believes Leaf that there is one around the barn, and subsequently spends an awful lot of time looking really closely for one that she believes is there but can't see.
Okay, well, I have her flying high because I haven't seen these guys make a ranged attack yet. Have we seen them make a ranged attack?
I don't believe so.
Does anyone remember that? I don't
I don't
remember.
think so.
Well,
It's
the
always
one
been up
with Mr.
close.
Yeah, Mr. Humphrey got hit pretty
Yeah.
pretty close.
Okay, all right, yeah, so she's hovering out there in the sky because I think that probably uses up her movement. I don't think she can come back to me.
Sounds good. Now we are on to Mr. Humphrey.
Okay.
My apologies, baby.
Poor baby.
I like wake up or like I've been kind of like lying like deathly still because I like wasn't sure what was going on. And as I do, I kind of wake up and like shake my head and I'm like, what the? And I like scoot back up onto the stairs.
Good idea.
I guess I guess I need to roll perception, don't I?
If you'd like.
No, that's not good. Oh, actually, it's not bad. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Yeah, you can see number 3 over there. You can confirm what Leaf said, that there's a thing going around the barn there.
Interesting.
There it is. Yep. Anything else?
Maybe heal yourself to get more hit points or something.
Yeah.
Are we still in initiative? I mean,
Yep.
okay.
I guess I'll like look
Just for a
around
minute longer.
at everybody else and just be like, what happened? Well, no, I remember what. I like look down. Maybe I'm like bleeding a little bit, and I'm gonna be like, I guess we can talk about this later, and I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself. So I'll do.
Probably also, I don't know, DM 1 of 2. Is there does she need to also roll an intelligence saving throw for being murdered by?
No, she already rolled that. I
No.
think,
Oh,
she's
okay.
okay. If
We'll
anything,
we'll give him
yeah.
a pass on that.
yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay, like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Aelith, you're up.
Okay. I got a 10 on perception.
Cool. You see a barn and a bird flying overhead.
Do I want to hold for when it pops up again?
All right, I'm back.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold my action for if
Okay.
it comes around from the barn.
Sure. Sounds good. Barman. Rounding out the bottom of round 3.
All right, so my divine sense is still active,
Mm-hmm.
so I should be able to see all of them.
What's the range?
60 feet.
No, you can't see him.
Okay, so like they're retreating.
It would appear that way.
Well,
Should we
shit.
disengage?
Yeah, I mean Zeta's head shop. How we scare them away? They're like,
It
oh.
seems like they can't. It seems like they can't come up onto the port. They can't come past the threshold of the house. So perhaps it is best if we just rest here until nighttime, and then leave. In the night.
And now we're out of initiative. Unless Barman wants to Leroy Jenkins it. How you feel about that, Barman?
I mean,
Oh, barman.
No pressure.
Go murder your mom, barman. Come on.
yeah, I mean, I take a look
Repeatedly. Go
around.
murder your mom repeatedly. Yes.
3 more times.
I'm down for disengaging.
Yeah, let's
This has been a
disengage.
fairly traumatic sort of experience for me.
All right. And with that, We are out of battle mode. Congratulations, you have all survived. Another morning in Coneyberry.
Another
I look
beautiful
around
morning.
everybody and I go, well, that was terrible.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I kind of like rub my head. I'm not, I don't quite know. I just thought that's very traumatic. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's just this place. It's just this place. It's not you. I think it was the water that you drank, which would be affecting us all soon. I think we need to stay inside until nighttime here and head out in the dead of night. But I mean, what do you guys think?
I agree.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Before we end the night, can we do an MVP? We should do like an MVP for every episode. And I think today's MVP should be Zeta for that headshot.
That headshot was pretty sweet. That was good.
It's definitely the only one who's killed anything this evening. So.
Yeah.
No, I nominate
I
Baby
nominate-
on account of just screwing
true.
Hunford up so hard.
It's true. It was your fucking bird that threw me off the edge. That was actually the real problem.
Really, that's why you went crazy, is because
Yep.
of my sweet baby.
It's because of your
My sweet
insane
smaller baby.
demon bird is what I was doing totally fine. I was very sane. And then I saw that bird.
Do you have a fear of all birds, or is it just this one?
That particular, have you seen those birds? Did you look at the pictures?
Yeah.
They're
It's
very
adorable.
No,
Yeah.
they're very upsetting. They have horrible dinosaur eyes. I
I
don't
mean,
really
they
like
kind of
birds.
remind me of Loki a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
they
little-
do.
That's true.
The wide-eyed stare.
He does have big yellow eyes, but he doesn't do the thing with his mouth.
He has other things with his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
this
think
was
we
good.
can safely give Zeta the MVP award. Then.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, she
totally.
totally deserves
Definitely.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
Definitely.
She sang some pretty good songs too.
It was either
Yeah.
her or Hunfred. You know.
I don't. Yeah, I think I probably get the like least valuable player award.
Not your
I say lots of value for story building.
Oh yeah.
was
for
gonna
Oh
sure.
yeah,
say-
we built the heck out of some story
Yeah.
today. That was fun.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
get the role playing award.
big. You gave a pretty big news bomb in the middle of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
and Barman, you might want to have a sidebar.
No, I don't think so.
We're not gonna have a
Oh, we're
conversation.
gonna talk.
Well,
I don't
well,
think
this
we
was yeah. Well, this was great, everyone. I'm
I mean,
pretty
it is
hungry.
a long walk back
Yeah,
to Van
just-
Dalen. It's
Just
that-
to check with everybody, our next regularly scheduled session is on the 26th. Is that the best?
That
next
is
weekend for everyone?
when Lorraine and Jody are visiting.
No, that's the week before, honey.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
you
Something
know,
I
it's
thought
weird
something was
hearing
going
you
on that
say the
weekend.
week before Honey because you're
Oh yeah. No,
Honey.
sorry.
Stop
That's-
licking
that's
it.
talking to my fiance. No, they're in town the 18th and 19th.
Okay.
Ew, stop it.
So
So
are
you-
we still doing our finance day
Sorry.
on the 19th then?
Yes, we are. I know life is terrible. The world is a cruel, horrible place. But also, we're getting married, so deal with it.
those two things related. I'm just
Okay, so
Yeah, insofar as we have to talk about how we're going to combine finances, and it's going to require an entire day. So yeah.
just be poor like we are. It works. How do we combine our finances? $50 between us. It's easy. Stick it in your pocket on odd days and mine on even.
Oh boy. But yeah, I'm good for we're good for the 26th on our end.
Okay. Is that good for everyone else?
Leave
Yeah.
Zeta.
Yep. Yep. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right.
Well,
Well,
that was
thanks,
that was
everyone.
fun. Thank you all for
Yeah,
that. That was
very
pretty
fun.
cool.
Yeah, I thought that was a good session. Thanks for playing along, honey.
Of course.
All right. Bye, everyone.
You guys
Okay,
are
good
a
night,
lot of
guys.
fun.
Bye, Gina. Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, Regina, are you free on the 26th?
Yeah, we need to get Regine's got to roll a character. Come on.
No. Regina is busy DMing a different game. I can't deal with any
okay,
more
okay.
D&D.
Fair enough. Okay,
Thanks,
have a
I
good night,
mean,
guys.
you
Bye.
could play some of these monsters if you want to. They're
There
pretty
you
True.
neat.
go.
I wouldn't mind
Ooh,
doing that now.
There we
After
go. That
after
could be a
Barman
thing.
drops, I can tell
Yeah.
you some of the fun secrets about these
All right,
guys.
well, I guess I'll leave then.
Yeah, I can't tell you. That wouldn't be fun. And